There's two teams that remain alive in the 2025 ABL season. The Bucs, who started out the year as a dominant first-place squad, now head into the championship series just a game over 500. Anchorage hopes to turn back the clock and return to glory in back-to-back seasons. On the other side, it's the Miners, the top of the crop, the quote-unquote team to beat. Matsu has won 16 of 17 and have their eyes on their first trophy since 2018. We've arrived. It's the top of the World Series Championship from Herman Brothers Field on Palmer, Alaska, and we're so glad to bring you the action. Welcome inside the Herman Brothers Field broadcast booth, everyone. Milo Hoffman alongside Alex Burstein. We've made it. It seems like it's been a long year. 29 games are complete, and now the real deal starts. Bucs and Miners for everything, for the top of the World Series Championship here at Herman Brothers Field.
Yeah, and this is what everyone expected. From the first couple weeks of the season, you could tell these are the two teams to beat. In the last month or so, it's been the Miners who have just been demolishing everyone, but the Bucs have held their own. They stuck in that 2 position throughout the last month and a half to stay in this championship race, and when it's 3 games, it's really anyone's title to take, and it all comes down to who can take this first game, because that will be a huge momentum setter, especially for the Bucs.
Yeah, like you said it, not very many series played this year. The Bucs played the Mayor's Cup against the Pilots. That was a legit series, best of 3 over the weekend. This time, another best of 3 series. So like you said, game 1 is huge for the Bucs. They have their best pitcher on the mound, Cape Finazzo. So if they can take today, it'll really set them up for the last couple games.
Yeah, Finazzo, an excellent pitcher, but he's going against the only pitcher who might be better than him in the league. He's the number 2 in ERA for starters. Number 1 is Michael Malky, who's been excellent on the mound for the Miners. So this is one of the best starting matchups you will have all season long in the ABL. They've both been really, really good so far. And whoever can go deeper in today's game is going to give their team a great chance in this matchup.
Yeah, 2 pitchers that come from Cal Baptist University. I wonder if they've been talking about this for the last couple days. Matched up here in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Now, it's the final series, but before that, the Bucs played their final regular season game against the Chinooks 2 days ago. They ended it on a win. Offense came to play over at Lee Jordan Field, so let's take a look back at how that game went down. A regular season full of ups and downs comes to an end tonight for the Bucs. Anchorage takes on the Chugiak Chinooks in game number 29 of the ABL season. Now, the Bucs have punched their ticket to the championship series against the Miners starting on Monday, but before we get to Palmer, on the third baseman, once he comes home, fastball's ripped into deep left center field. Camella on the run, looking up, and that ball's low off the wall. Mitchell rounds third. He's in easily. A 3rd straight double for the Chinooks, and it's 3-2 in the bottom of the first. Still getting on base despite his average dropping just a little bit. On and ripped towards right field. He reaches back to third. He gets a lot from back towards the dugout. And it's 4-2 Bucs in the top of the second. In Instagram, 1-1. Fastball turned on deep to right center field. Madero's back. He's looking up at the wall. Gone! RJ Rouet to the parking lot and right. His second big bomb of the season. And it's 5-2 Bucs in the top of the third. Lipinski comes home. Fastball tapped towards third base. Haas cuts it off, fires to second one, on to first, not in time. It bounces away from Bantam. Tate Green comes home to score. McGlon to second base on the error. So the Bucs do get 1 out. It was 5-4 the putout, but Toki's relay tried for the double play, not successful. 5-3 now, Bucs still lead, bottom of the third. Pitch. Swing and a miss, throw down to third, Reynolds is off, it gets by the third baseman Haas, trickles into left field, Reynolds scores easily, Peridot moves up to second base, and it's 5-4 Bucs now. The errors continue to haunt Anchorage, an ABL worst 45 on the campaign.
Yeah, now relax Wiegert on the mound, the 3-2. Bounce towards first base and past the glove of Toki. Run in to score, and an RBI single from Isaiah. This game all knotted up at 5 in the bottom half of inning number 6. Count to Toki, next pitch. Way in the dirt, it settles past the catcher, and McGarry charges home for the go-ahead run. Wild pitch. Bucs take the 6-5 lead in the top of the 8th. A pitch that just soared past the glove of Reynolds. 6-5. Bucs lead here in the bottom of the 9th. Wind blowing out towards center. Next pitch. Breaking ball, called strike 3 on the outer third, and the Bucs close out the regular season in winning fashion.
And after 9 innings,
Colavecchio, 3 shutout relief innings. He picks up the win, and the Bucs victorious 6-5 at Lee Jordan Field for the final time this regular season.
Well, there you have it. That's quite the way to end out the regular season for the Bucs. They win it over the Chinooks, and although it didn't mean anything at the time, you know, some momentum gathered up before the series against the Miners. Definitely the best team in the the ABL series this year, so some good momentum for the Bucs to take forward.
Yeah, because they had lost 3 in a row, and it was like, okay, can this Bucs team string together some late end of season wins? It wasn't looking that way, but to be able to win a game against some really good pitchers, the Chinooks were throwing their best of the best. It's a good sign for the Bucs, and now they'll face some even better pitching tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Michael Malky getting the start for the Miners. It's his 8th appearance on the season, his 5th game started with a 3-1 record. He's actually had 2 saves as well in 24 innings pitched, a 1.13 ERA, and an ABL best 41 strikeouts. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for the Bucs to get to Michael Malky. He's been good all season long, and he's been really good, especially against the Bucs.
Yeah, he has a really good curveball, and he just knows how to work around everyone. He has a couple saves, started the season doing some relief work, but there's no reason not to have him start because he knows how to go deep into games and knows how to make a big impact. The league leader in strikeouts. He's one of the top ERA guys in the league. He just has that full package he's really put together as one of the best pitchers, an all-league starting pitcher, and now this is his chance to really shine on the biggest stage in the league.
Like I said earlier, he's going against his teammate over at the collegiate level, Cade Finazzo. Both go to Cal Baptist University. Cade Finazzo this season, 7 appearances. It's his 7th game started. This game, a 2-0 record in 28 2/3 innings pitched with a 1.57 ERA. Not as much of a strikeout guy as Michael Malky, just 23 on the season, but those strikeouts have been coming in bunches, especially as of late for Cade Finazzo.
Yeah, he has really turned it around. That's hard to say because he was good at the start, but now he's been elite these last couple of appearances. It's not that he doesn't give up hits. There's some games where he'll give up 5-6 hits, but he knows how to manage when guys get on the base fast. Dan Nowdy a couple weeks ago gave up 6 hits over 5 innings, but the big number, gave up 0 runs, so he knows how to work around situations, which is going to be big against this Miners team that has 5 starters hitting above 300. They're going to get guys on base fast. That's not the problem. It's can you keep them from getting to the final one and getting across home plate.
And Cade Finazzo induces weak contact, so even if there's a runner on first, the double play is always going to be in play for Cade Finazzo. You talked about Michael Malky's patented curveball. Well, Cade Finazzo has patented changeup. It's one of the best pitches in the ABL. His teammates have been saying it all year long. So definitely play off that fastball and try to get to the changeup as much as you can because it is a nasty pitch. Well, the guy who decided to put Cade Finazzo on the hill tonight, head coach Joe Silva. And before the game, I had the chance to talk with Skipper, so let's see what he had to say. Milo Hoffman here with head coach Joe Silva ahead of the championship series game number 1 against the Miners. Now, coach, it's definitely been a season of some ups, some downs. How would you describe the season for the Bucs?
I think it's been a great experience, right, and taking the wins with the losses. Hopefully learn some lessons for them individually along the way, and I hope that each and every one of them's had an opportunity to reflect individually and as a team as well, too. But it's been a great experience.
Now you're finally here, the championship series. I feel like these last couple of games have kind of, you've been getting through them. You want to get right here to Herman Brothers Field. So how big would a win today to start off the series be for the team?
Oh, it would be huge, right? Best out of 3. If you can take game 1, that puts you in a better position for, 2 and 3, obviously. So it would be huge to come out on top with a W today.
You have Cade Finazzo going on the hill. He's been one of the best pitchers in the entire league. What are you expecting out of him today, and how impressed with Cade Finazzo have you been throughout the majority of the season?
Yeah, I mean, first team all-league, very well-deserved. He's been phenomenal for us, right? So that was a staff decision that we had talked about, but one that we were very confident with. But yeah, looking for him to just go out and compete like he has been, right? He's going to mix. He's going to change well to a good hitting, Miners team. So it's going to be a fun matchup.
We've heard that RJ Ruiz is also possibly available today. In what scenario would you see him come out of the pen today?
It's all situation based, right? So obviously with the top guys, like we know that Cade Finazzo is starting for us game 1, and that's all that's really been decided right now. So we got to see what the situation is. We got to see how guys are recovering, and what we feel is the best decision for that move, right? Because we got to take game 1, and that's all we're solely focused on right now.
Luke Taylor's been out the last couple of games. He got hit by a pitch in the form. How is he feeling or expecting to be in the lineup today?
Yeah, he's feeling a lot better. He's been playing catch from the past couple of days. Did some catching, receiving yesterday on the day off, and he's been hitting for the past 3 or 4 days too. So expect to see him in the lineup. So we'll kind of see how it plays. But championship series going all out, so we're gonna expect him in there and need him.
On the other side, Michael Malky starting for them. He's been one of the best pitchers in the league as well, first team all ABL. So, what's the approach going against a guy who's been pretty much shut down the entirety of the campaign?
Again, very well-deserved first team, for all ABL, right? Malky's been a guy, right? He's got a good fastball, right? And, one of the better curveballs, I'd say that in the league, right? And, it goes to show the stats that he's, produced for them this entire summer. So, could be a pitch stool, right? Offensively, right? We got to capitalize on the things that we do well. Can't have too many missed opportunities, and we'll look to kind of create some space on the infield. Trying to utilize some small ball when the time calls for it.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you so much to head coach Joe Silva for talking to me before today's game number 1 in the ABL Championship. It's the Bucs and the Miners. The Miners are on the field taking their warm-up. Michael Malky on the hill taking his warm-up pitches. I'll run through the Bucs lineup, but Michael Malky will have to face leading off Logan Yule. He's in right field. Right behind him, Grant Haas playing third base for the second straight game. Landon Underhill at shortstop. That's third. Luke Taylor back in the lineup. He's catching and hitting cleanup. Joey Nair, the 5-hitter, plays center field. Sean Toger over at first base. He bats 6th. Kai McGarry in left batting 7th. Ren Matsuzaki, the DH today, bats 8th. And James Florencio over at second base rounds out the order and bats 9th. Michael Malky on the hill for the Miners. His 8th appearance on the season. 5th game start. 3-1 record with his 2 saves, 24 innings pitched, a 1.13 ERA, just stellar from Michael Malky, and an ABL best 41 strikeouts on the season. So if he gets ahead in the counts, strikeout is the first thing on his mind.
Yeah, he racks them up on a very, very consistent basis. He knows how to pound the zone. We talked about that signature curveball that the Bucs have struggled with and all teams in the league have struggled with this season. So for Monday, it's all about getting ahead in the count, maybe some early heat, and then using that breaking action to just close the door against these Bucs hitters.
It's a 4-man umpire crew on hand today. It's Ethan McCraney calling balls and strikes. Casey Mosier over at third base, Brandon Schmidt at second, and Toby Milam at first. Logan Yule steps up to the lefty box. A 65-degree and partly sunny skies here in Palmer, Alaska, as we're just about set to get the ABL Championship Series underway. Malky kicks back, and he comes home. Fastball misses outside, and we're underway 1-0. Sun beaming down here at Herman Brothers Field. A nice crowd on hand. Here's the 1-0. Fastball hit in the air towards left field in foul territory. Bilter runs over towards the Buck bullpen. He doesn't have a play. It's 1-1 now in Logan Yule. Yule back at the leadoff spot. He spent some time hitting in the 5-hole. Has bounced around the lineup, but he stayed put in right field pretty much the entirety of the campaign. Here's the 1-1 from Malky. Curveball tap foul down the first base line, and it's 1-2. Bucs come in just a game over 500 in second place of the ABL. The Miners sit at the top. Malky's ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball way outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
It's interesting to see Yule back in the leadoff spot tonight. First time in about a week's time, really trying something kind of new here.
2-2 for Malky. Curveball tap foul. I'll do it again. Logan Yule really battling up there. Yeah. You said interesting to see him at the leadoff spot. Well, he's been one of the better hitters in the Buck lineup, a .290 average. 4 homers, leads the team. Here's the 2-2 again. Fastball crunched on the ground towards first base. Eberhard's there. He takes it himself. And there's 1 gone in the top of the first.
Yeah, well, that's a pitch that Michael Malky's going to love that inside heater that can get swings from the Bucs batters. There's a lot of lefties in this lineup, so if you can get a lot of pull side stuff, that'll be easy for Eberhard to play. That's a key for the righty.
Malky deals to Haas. Breaking ball called a strike, and it's 0-1. That ball maybe appeared a bit high. Haas talks to home plate umpire Ethan McCraney. So no balls and 1 strike on Grant Haas, the third baseman. It's 264 this season. Here's the pitch. Fastball tap foul, and it's 0-2. Haas had a lower body injury about a week and a half ago. Since that injury, he's hit 300. So he's been right back where he left off, slotted into that 2-hole like he is most games. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball just missed outside. Michael Malky took 4 steps off of the rubber, thought he had strike 3, but instead it's 1-2 now on Grant Haas. Fans here at Herman Brothers Field thought strike 3 should have been called as well. Some of the most animate fans in the ABL. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball misses way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Haas. Getting off to a quick start for the Bucs is going to be vital. They're going against one of the Miners' best pitchers they have, so if you can get to him early, give Finazzo something to work with. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. It tapped the dirt. Grant Haas was caught lunging, and there's 2 gone to the top of the first.
Well, that's what he talked about. You want to try some different stuff early on in the count, but then you have that big moving breaking ball from Malky. That one wasn't even that competitive. Was outside of the zone the entire time, but Haas had his eyes set on it and chases for the strikeout.
That brings up Landon Underhill, the shortstop. 248 average on the season for Underhill. Pitch. Breaking ball pours in for strike 1. If Malky gets that curveball working, it's lethal. One of the better pitchers in the ABL. Right on left matchup. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball whiffed and missed. 0-2 on Underhill. Landon's average has gone all the way down to 248 like I said, but he's walked in 5 of his last 6 games, still finding ways to get on base. Top of the first 2 gone, 0-2's the count. Malky kicks back, now he comes home. In the dirt, a changeup. And it's 1-2 now on Underhill.
Well, the thing is, Malky's not the guy you want to see if you're in a slump, because he's a really hard guy to get hits off of. So if Underhill can get 1 off of him, that's a big confidence booster to break out of this stretch.
He's been hitting the ball hard, just trying to find some outfield grass. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just missed on the outside corner. 2-2. Malky has this thing where he starts to walk towards the Miners' dugout. He's been brought back now twice in the frame. 0-0, just underway here at Herman Brothers Field. Top of the first. Here's the 2-2 to Underhill. Breaking ball just taken high and wide. 3-2 now. The Bucs have lost 5 in a row to Matsu. It's been utter domination for the Miners over the Bucs in the latter half of the season. Payoff. Swing and a miss. A cutter inside and Underhill down on strikes. 2 punchies in the inning for Michael Malky. 1-2-3 go the Bucs, and we'll go to the home half. You're listening to Bucs Baseball. We'll be right back. Back here at Herman Brothers Field, we go to the bottom of the first. Still no score between the Bucs and the Miners. Anchorage was held scoreless, went down 1-2-3 in the top half of the inning, and now it's up to Cade Finazzo to shut down the Miners. Finazzo making his 8th appearance on the season, hhis 7th start, a 2-0 record for the pitcher out of Cal Baptist University, and a really, really good 1.57 ERA. 23 strikeouts. Gabe Finazzo, first team all ABL this season, and boy, he's earned it.
Yeah, I mean, he has been the ace for the Bucs this season. Coming into the year, it was RJ Rue in that one spot, and he's been great as well. He'll likely be either later tonight or the starter tomorrow. But Finazzo has worked his way to that #1 spot because of his lethal pitches. He has a good mix. We mentioned it's that changeup that is just so hard to hit if you're the Miners or any team in this league.
One of the better pitches that is in the ABL, Cade Finazzo's patented changeup. Will face a really tough Miners lineup. Their team average coming into the day, over 300. Yeah, you heard that right. That's impressive to do. And starting it off is Elliot Medlock, the second baseman. He hits .282 on the season. Actually the lowest average in the starting lineup, but he leads the team in homers with 4 of them. Finazzo set. Now he comes home. Change-up, swing and a miss. 0-1 on Elliot Medlock. He went right to it.
Yeah.
Not wasting any time, and why would you? Assert your dominance early with the best pitch. Bucs today in their black tops, gray pants. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, another change-up. 0-2 quickly on Elliot Medlock. 4 homers, like I said, 16 RBIs for Medlock on the season. The last regular season game of the year, though, against the Pilots, he went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. 0-2's the count. Here it is. Change-up, chopped on the ground towards third. Haas backs up, set, slings across the diamond. Off the mark, it's up the line, but Toger applies the tag. That ball about 4 feet up the first baseline, but a flexible Sean Toger made the play. 1 out in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, really good play by Toger, who's established himself as a great defensive first baseman. Haas in third base for just the second time this season, making the move over to that position just last Saturday. So that's something to watch. It's a slightly different position than shortstop, and a little bit of an error there on that first throw.
Second start at third base for Grant Haas. His last one, well, it was the last regular season game of the season. Pitch. Change-up, swing and a miss to Carter Geffrey. It's 0-1 on the right fielder. 363 average for Carter Geffrey, another first-team All-ABL nomination. He's been red hot at the plate all season long. 0-1. Change-up, left outside. It's 1-1 now on Geffrey.
And the Haas move is just so curious. You have to imagine it might be something with mobility. He's returning from injury, but, I mean, he has been the shortstop for this team almost all season.
Finazzo ready, 1-1. Change-up. This is outside. Luke Taylor not able to grasp it. It's 2-1 now on Carter Geffrey. Well, you're right, because third base requires less mobility, like you said, than shortstop. And Landon Underhill filled in pretty well at shortstop when Haas was sidelined. Pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike on the outer edge. It's 2-2 now on Geffrey.
Shows you how much trust they have in Underhill, starting him in this position that he hasn't been in most of his life for a championship atmosphere.
Dallas Baptist University is scheduled to play center field. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. High cheese right on by. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the first.
Oh, Gabe Finazzo knows what he has to do tonight, and it's just match whatever Melky does. He got a 1-2-3 inning. Now Finazzo trying to do the same. Starts with those low changeups, and then kind of works his way up in the zone. Can beat him with high fastballs as well, and this is a really good start for the right-hander.
Now the 3-hitter Ridge Erickson in the backstop for Matsu. Finazzo stands tall. Now he comes home. Changeup missed outside. It's 1-0 on Erickson. A team best and an ABL best. 367 average with 2 homers and 21 RBIs. First team all ABL. 1-0. Fastball misses outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Ridge Erickson.
Good zip on the fastball early on.
And we haven't seen too many fastballs early on from Cade Finazzo. He's been going with that changeup even on the first pitch of at-bats. Here's the 2-0. Curveball misses inside. It's 3-0 now on Ridge Erickson. And this is something the Bucs really have to think about. You want to limit the 2-out rallies. The Miners are probably the best 2-out team in all of the ABL, as they are in most statistics. 3-0. Fastball down the middle. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. 2 games ago, the Bucs were here, and it seemed like every single Miners run came with 2 outs. And a 2-out walk is just something it's hard to bounce back from. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball, tap foul, third base side out of play. It's 3-2 now on Erickson. Catcher comes in with a 6-game hit streak. Right on right matchup here, bottom of the first. No score, Bucs and Miners. Game number 1 of the championship series here in the ABL. Finazzo gets the sign, kicks back. Here's the pitch. Fastball cracked in the air towards deep left field. McGarry on the run. Now Joey Nairn in center field looks up, and he makes the play in front of the wall. Oh, that was driven a mile out to left center field, but Joey Nairn, the center fielder, had it tracked all the way into the glove. We go to the second, 0-0, Bucs and Miners. Game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Herman Brothers Field, everyone. So glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman, Alex Burstein with you for game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. It's the Bucs and the Miners. Top of the second, no score. 2 1-2-3 innings dealt by both starting pitchers. Michael Malky back on the hill for Matsu. And we knew it was 2 good pitchers coming into the day. Of course, the 2 aces, quote unquote, for these 2 sides. That last hit from Ridge Erickson drove Joey Nairn, the center fielder, all the way back towards the wall. Ridge Erickson, one of the best hitters in the ABL, so he showed what he could do, but still, right in front of the wall, Joey Nairn tracked it down. A good start for Cade Finazzo on the hill.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to get only strikeouts and groundouts against this Miners team. They're a team that can really hit the lights out of this ball. It's going to be a big test for the outfielders of the Bucs here today.
Luke Taylor will get the party started in the top of the second. Back in the lineup, first time in 3 games he took a pitch off his forearm. He was on the bench for the last few days. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, called a ball just down low. It's 1-0 now to Taylor. 275 average on the season for the catcher, 3 homers, 19 RBIs out of Long Beach State. Here's the 1-0. Curveball swing and a miss. It's 1-1 on Taylor. That curveball outside, letter high, and Taylor just whiffed. Trying to get back in the rhythm. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Curveball swing and a miss again. Same pitch, same result. It's 1-2.
Now, we'll gain your patience back after not seeing live pitching for a few days. Might take an at-bat or 2 for Taylor.
He was 7 of his last 19 before he went down with the forearm injury. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball spins in for strike 3. There's the curveball from Michael Malky, and there's 1 gone in the top of the second.
Yeah, 3 straight strikeouts for the right-hander. It's been that breaking ball that we talked about. The curve so lethal, and he also does a little slider action as well. It's worked so good early on, and Bucs have no response.
There's Joey Nairn, the center fielder. Right on left matchup, 1 gone, top of the second, 0-0. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, inner edge, called to strike. It's 0-1 now on Nairn. A 281 average, 2 homers, and 12 RBIs. Malky comes home. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low. It's 1-1. Nairn's liked playing the Miners. 5 for his last 12 against Matsu. He had a 3-hit day 2 games ago against the Miners, right here at Herman Brothers. Times called from Nairn. Infield played straight up for Matsu. So is the outfield. Nairn can go both ways. Here's the 1-1. Fastball swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Narrett. You can hear the cowbells from home. That's what the Miners do. I noticed that's a trend, too, throughout the entirety of the ABL. Cowbells are heard a lot in the fans. 1-2 coming. Fastball swing and a miss. Right on by Joey Narrett. And there's 2 gone, top of the second.
4 strikeouts straight for Malky. We talked about how good of his numbers are, but I mean, this is even outpacing himself. Very good stuff.
Number 8,
4 out of the 5 outs recorded from Michael Malky have been strikeouts. 3 of them swinging. Here's Sean Toger, first baseman. Pitch. Fastball taken at the knees, called a strike. 0-1 now on Toger.
He's done against 2 righties, 2 lefties, so showing good against both of them.
Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball, missed just inside. It's 1-1 now on Toger. A .333 average for the first baseman. He comes in with a 6-game hit streak. Here's the 1-1. Fastball cracked in the air towards deep right field. Drives Jeffrey back, and that one's out of here. A no-doubter for Sean Toger. That gets the party started in game number 1 of the ABL Championship. 1-0, Bucks on top of the second.
Well, that's going to put a dent into the confidence of Malky. Toger just drives that one from the bottom of the zone, and Jeffrey barely even moved on that one. He knew it was out of here within a second. Toger with just his 2nd home run of the season, and boy, does that come in a big spot.
I mean, just an absolute no-doubter out to right field. And you're right. Jeffrey didn't even move. Here's the pitch to McGarry. He shows bunt. Breaking ball spins in on the outside corner. It's 0-1 now on the left fielder. Hey, watch that one in the box. That's got to feel real good for Toger, and way to get the game started for the Bucks after they've been shut down. It was 4 straight strikeouts before that. Handed out by Malky. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside. It's 1-1.
That just helps your confidence so much. After all those strikeouts, seeing a 1 on the scoreboard and the lead. Panazzo will get to pitch with a lead now. Everything gets so much better.
1-1's the count to McGarry. There's the pitch. Breaking ball swing and a miss on the outside corner. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Top of the second. Sean Toger just went deep to give the Bucks a 1-0 lead here in game number 1 of the ABL Championship. Malky comes home. Swing and a miss. Another breaking ball in the other batter's box. Down goes McGarry, but not before the Bucks get on the board. Sean Toger deposited one out to right field. It's 1-0. Anchorage on top. We go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Bucks Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Herman Brothers Field. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It's the Bucks 1 and the Miners nothing. Sean Toger with a solo shot in the top half of the frame, deep to right field. That's how the Bucks got on the board. Panazzo still on the hill for the Bucks. They'll face off against Evan Bilter, the left fielder. Finazzo worked a nice 1-2-3 frame in the first. Stands third base side of the rubber, kicks and comes home. Fastball hit in the air towards right center field. Yule on the run, and he stops, makes the grab right in the gap, and there's one gone. One pitch, one out for Cade Finazzo. Exactly what you want. Keep that pitch count down and go as long as you can.
Yeah, because pitching's at a premium right now for the Bucs with a few guys exiting the program over the last week. So if you can use only 2 or 3 pitchers today and pull out a win, it makes the rest of the road a lot easier.
There's James McGee, the DH. James McGee might have the most drastic change I've ever seen from 1 month to the next month here in the ABL season. Pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. It's 1-0 on McGee. He hit 160 in the month of June. Flash forward to July, he's hitting 487, and he's a first-team All-ABL member. Pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground towards shortstop, past Underhill, and into left field. A base hit for McGee. That average just keeps on skyrocketing, and there's a one-out runner for the Miners here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Just a couple feet above the ground. Not a true grounder, not a true liner, but Underhill reaching over, could not make a play on it. And a good piece of hitting from McGee.
Underhill hasn't played too many games at shortstop, filled in for Grant Haas when Haas was injured, but now Grant Haas playing third base today. Underhill back at short. Here's Eberhard. Pitch to him, inside on the fastball. It's 1-0 now to the first baseman. A 288 average for Eberhard. Finazzo peers in for the sign. And he gets it from Luke Taylor. McGee off first base. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. It's 2-0 now on Carter Eberhard. Eberhard hasn't enjoyed playing the Bucs this season. Just 4 for 30. He's hit against pretty much every other team, though. Right on left matchup, the tall first baseman digs in. Pitch. Fastball low. It's 3 balls and no strikes now. 1-0 Bucs on top. Bottom of the second, there's one out. James McGee on at first after his single. Finazzo, long pause, comes home. Fastball misses outside. Ball 4 to Carter Eberhard. McGee up 90 feet to second. It's first and second now occupied by Matsu with one gone in the bottom of the second frame. And Luke Taylor is out to the mound talking to Cade Finazzo.
Yeah, well, this is what the Miners do so well. They have an on-base percentage as a team almost at 400. They know how to get runners on and then eventually come around the score. So keep as few people on the base pass as possible if you're Finazzo. Now would be a great time for a double play ball.
After 4 outs to begin the game for Finazzo, 2 straight players have reached. Here's Carson Grout, the third baseman. Pitch. Changeup tapped right behind home plate. It's 0-1 now on Grout.
Changeup's a great pitch because down in the zone, that's how you get those ground balls. That would be very important.
Landon Underhill, the shortstop, holding on James McGee just a bit. Here's the 0-1. Changeup called a strike at the knees. It's 0-2 now on Carson Grout. Grout hits .292 this season with 2 homers, 18 RBIs. Right on left matchup. He digs in with his armor over his right shin. His Under Armour, bright yellow Under Armour, that is, streaking down his right forearm. 0-2 on the third baseman. Runners off first and second. Here's the offering. Changeup hit on the ground towards second base. Parencio can't make the play. It trickles into right field. McGee around third. He'll score easily. Eberhard glides into third base. That's an error on James Parencio, and it's 1-1 in the bottom of the second. We talked about the dirt here at Herman Brothers Field, the only natural surfaced field in the ABL, and it showed right there just a high hop on the second baseman, Parencio.
Yeah, the Bucs have struggled with this dirt all season long, league-leading 45th air on the season, 7th of the season for Parencio. His defense has really cleaned up over the last couple weeks, but that one is a tough luck play.
A ball that could have and probably should have been 2. Changeup misses outside to Lincoln Stevenson, the center fielder. It's 1-0. Runners on the corners now for the Miners with 1 gone in the bottom of the second. Or tied up at 1-1, game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. It was low. 1-1 now to Stevenson. A a 291 average. It seems like every time these averages just get more impressive, even as you go down the lineup. 20 RBIs for Stevenson on the season. That's good for second on the team. Just 3 extra base hits, though. Has been mainly a singles guy. There's the 1-1. Changeup poked on the ground. It was bunted right back to Finazzo. He fires home. Taylor makes the tag. They gunned down Carter Eberhard. They tried for the squeeze bunt up the first baseline. It was unsuccessful, and there's 2 gone, bottom of the second. Carson ground advances to second on the play. And Lincoln Stevenson safe at first, but a really nifty play from Cade Finazzo.
Yeah, it's heads up play from the pitcher to know to go home. Kind of shoveled it towards Taylor, and a good play by the catcher as well.
The Miners bunt more than anyone. Here's the pitch to Parentoni. Breaking ball called a strike. And it's 0-1 now on the shortstop and number 9 hitter.
You know, going back through my scorebook, that's the first error for Provencio since all the way back on June 16th.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball, that clipped him. That clipped Parentoni on the shoulder. His left shoulder just scraped him because it didn't make too much of a sound. The bases are now loaded, full of Miners. Bottom of the second, 1-1 the score. That just clipped Parentoni, but he knew it right away. Disposed his bat and ran right on over to first.
Elliot Medlock.
Yeah, much more difficult second inning here for Finazzo. You still have it at a tie game. You still have these 2 outs. Now you just want to get something easy with the top of this lineup that you looked so good against in the first inning.
Elliot Medlock now up. He grounded out to third base to start off the game. Finazzo stands tall, peers in, comes home. Fastball ripped in the air towards left field. McGarry's there, though, backs up. He makes the play, and that'll do it in the frame. Cade Finazzo works around a bases-loaded jam. He does give up 1, but it's unearned, an error from James Provencio, and we're tied about 1 apiece as we head to the third. You're listening to Bucs Baseball. We'll be right back. Back here at Herman Brothers Field, so glad you're joining us here in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Milo Hoffman here with Alex Burstein as we head to the top of the third. 1-1 the score between the Bucs and the Miners. Both teams got a run in the second frame. Sean Toger hit a solo shot to deep right field. The right fielder Carter Geffrey didn't even move. It was a no-doubter. That gave the Bucs a 1-0 lead. And then Carson Grout reached on an error to second base, and it brought home Carter Eberhard. So it's 1-1 the score. Top of the third. These teams play close games as they have throughout the most of the season, although the last game played, it was 13-3. The Miners took it over the Bucs. A run rule walk-off. Ren Matsuzaki starts off the frame for the Bucs, the DH. Here's the pitch. Curveball down in the dirt. It's 1-0 now on Matsuzaki. A 271 mark for the DH. 6 RBIs on the season. Severe open stance in the lefty box. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses outside. It's 2-0 now on Matsuzaki.
It shows you how much this coaching staff really appreciates his bat, giving him this big DH role when there's a couple of guys we expected could get it.
Back in the lineup for the first time in a minute. 2-0. Fastball taken down the middle. It's 2-1. He hasn't played back-to-back games since July 2nd and 3rd. He's caught most of the time he's been in the lineup, but he's also DH'd and played some first base. There's the 2-1. Curveball tap foul down the first baseline. Nice play by the first base coach, Dylan Espinal of the Bucs. He shovels it into the stands down there in right field.
Former infielder himself.
You know, you expect him to make those plays when he gets the opportunity. Valky spins and comes home. Breaking ball way outside. It's 3-2 on Matsuzaki. Adjusts his batting gloves. Takes a long stare at his black bat. Now digs back in. There's the payoff delivery. Breaking ball ripped foul down the right field line. That trickles into the Miners bullpen. It's still full on Matsuzaki. 1-1 the score, top of the third. Championship series here in the ABL. There's the payoff. Breaking ball spins in for strike 3 on the outer edge. A backdoor curveball from Michael Malky. And there's one gone in the top of the third. Boy, he has some nasty stuff. There's a reason why he led the league in strikeouts coming into the day. He now has 6 of them this evening.
It seems like every single time he's closing them out with the breaking ball, either getting swings or just soaring them into the zone.
That'll bring up James Florencio, right on left matchup once again. Here's the offering. Fastball inside. It's 1-0 on the second baseman, who picked up an error in the last frame. It brought home a run. The lone run for the Miners so far. We're in the top of the third. Tied up at 1 apiece. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground foul down the first baseline. It's 1-1. Florencio, a 280 average this season, but he's been slightly better on the road, 300 mark when not playing at Mulcahy Stadium. There's the 1-1. Breaking ball tapped on the ground towards second base. Medlock gobbles at the knees, fires the first in time. There's 2 gone in the top of the third inning. Michael Malky, after that homer from Sean Toger, has really settled in.
Yeah, and you also have to think about the advantage that the Miners have playing at their home field for all 3 games of this series. They know this infield better than anyone else. They know the hops. That one, pretty routine, but you can even see the ball skipping in the dirt, and that's easy for Medlock because he knows this field well.
Here's Logan Yule. Pitch. Fastball taken outside. It's 1-0. Back to the top of the lineup for the Bucs. Yule grounded out to first base. Back in the first. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball inside, nearly hit him. It's 2-0 now on Yule. Member of the first team All-ABL squad. Tied for the top of the league with 4 homers. He's tied with Elliot Medlock, who just made that last putout. There's the 2-0. Breaking ball curves in for a strike. It's 2-1. Right on left matchup. All hitters in this frame have been lefty. 2-1. Fastball hit on the ground towards first. Eberhard gobbles. He'll take it himself, and that retires the side in the top of the third. 2 ground outs to first base for Logan Yule, and Michael Malky is rolling. We go to the bottom of the third, still 1-1 between the Bucs and the Miners. We'll be right back.
At AlaskaStateFair.org.
We go to the bottom of the third in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. It's tied at 1 apiece between the Bucs and the Miners. So glad you're joining us on a beautiful Monday night in Palmer, Alaska. Milo Hoffman, Alex Burstein on hand. Kate Finazzo still on the mound for the Bucs. He's given up just 1 run, but it wasn't earned. An error from second baseman James Provencio brought home James McGee in the second frame.
Right fielder, number 48.
Carter Geffrey leading off for Matsu in the third. He struck out back in the first, the only strikeout of the evening so far for Cade Finazzo. Right-on-right matchup to start off the inning. Finazzo stands tall, peers in. Here's the pitch. Fastball just misses outside. 1-0. Geffrey, a .363 average on the season, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Finazzo's pounding that middle of the zone with the breaking ball really well, and Miners have not timed it up yet. That's a pitch he should keep going to.
He's been going to the changeup with the first pitch of at-bats, too. This time he left it inside. It's 2-1 now on Geffrey. That time it was a breaking ball, though. So he's gone to the fastball, the changeup, and has that slider that he works into his arsenal. Not nearly as much as his changeup, his patented secondary. 2-1. Breaking ball again, misses inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Geffrey. That's something Carter Geffrey has done really well as of late. He's walked a whole bunch. 7 walks in his last 4 games. Finazzo peers in, kicks back, comes home. Fastball ripped in the air, foul. Down the right field line. It's full now. Beautiful, beautiful evening here in Palmer, Alaska. 65 degrees. I thought we were going to have to deal with some clouds, but right now it's all sun in Palmer. The fans are loving it. I see a lot of short sleeves and shorts out. Payoff. Fastball ripped in the air towards left field. Drops for a base hit. A leadoff single for Carter Geffrey. And there's 1 on with nobody out in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, this quick contact there from Geffrey. He got just over the head of the shortstop Underhill and then crashed down in left field. No chance for a nice play by Kai McGarry. And this topped the lineup. They know how to string together hits. They didn't the first time through the order, but if they can, then that will be a dangerous, dangerous sign.
Second time through, always more of a tricky time for a pitcher.
Yep.
But Cade Finazzo's done well all year long, and he's also gone distance over his last few. Over 5 innings, last 3 starts. Fastball called to strike to Ridge Erickson. It's 0-1 now on the catcher. Back in the first, Erickson drove one to the wall in deep left center field. It gets to about 360 out there, and Joey Narrett was about 2 steps in front of the fence. 0-1. Breaking ball left outside. 1-1 now on Erickson.
Well, the dangerous thing is your 1 through 4 guys all didn't reach the first time around, and then 5 through 9 all did. If you can await guys like Geffrey and Erickson who always hit, then it's like, who's not reaching?
It's unbelievable. The lineup is so deep. Pitch. Outside on the heat. It's 2-1 now on Erickson. Carter Geffrey leads off first base. We're in the bottom of the third, 1-1. Bucs and Miners tied up in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Geffrey takes his lead. He dangles out his arms over at first base. Finazzo comes set. There's the 2-1. Breaking ball spins in for strike 2. We knew Finazzo's not a strikeout guy. Came in with just 23 on the season. He only has 1 this evening, but he's retired hitters in other ways. Soft contact. Would love a ground ball here, perhaps a double play. 2-2's the count. Here's the offering. Fastball yanked in the dirt. Nice block by Luke Taylor. It keeps Geffrey put at first base. It's good to see Taylor get mobile behind the plate. He's missed the last 2 games, the last 2 regular season games of the season for the Bucs. He was hit in the right forearm back here at Herman Brothers Field, actually, 3 games ago. But he's all good. Back in the lineup and catching. 3-2 on Erickson. Here's the pitch. Fastball, tap foul, and they'll do it again.
And Finazzo really doesn't need another reach here. You don't want to have to start thinking about the bullpen. Obviously, still has a lot of room, but you don't want to even have to worry about who's coming in next for at least another inning or 2.
He has the trust of the coaching staff.
Yep.
In game number 1, you're expected to go out there and eat up some innings. Of course, the Bucs are somewhat limited in the bullpen. I've had a couple players leave in the last few weeks of the regular season. So Kate Finazzo looking to eat up as many innings. Payoff pitch coming to Erickson. Here it is. Breaking ball fouled right back. We'll do it again here at Herman Brothers Field. 1-1 the score. Bucs and Miners. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Carter Geffrey leads off first base. Nobody out. Finazzo takes a pause. Now he comes set at the belt. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball poked in the air towards right field, foul territory, and that'll make the stands. A fan out there will go and chase it into the Alaska State Fair territory here at Herman Brothers Field. It's surrounded by Alaska State Fairground. That is scheduled to happen in, I believe, about a month. We just miss it. Wish we were here for that one. That might have been fun.
Yeah.
3-2 on Erickson. Geffrey leads off first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground, foul, third base side. Erickson battling up there.
We got the New York State Fair to go to.
We do.
In Syracuse.
Excited for that one? I actually haven't been yet.
You're missing out.
I know.
I bet it's a little different than out here. But you
Yeah.
still have the livestock and
Well, here it's a whole parking lot. It's
Yeah.
insane. It's probably the biggest parking lot I've ever seen. It's just nothingness for what seems like forever. 3-2 to Erickson. Here it is. Fastball taken down low, ball 4. A long at bat from the catcher, Ridge Erickson. Geffrey moves up to second base. And now the Miners have a rally going in the bottom of the 3rd.
and that's why Ridge Erickson was recently named top prospect in this league, because he sees the ball so well. He can make big hits, but he also knows how to wait for the one, and that time he doesn't see it, draws the walk, and dangerous situation now.
Corners of the infield come in for the Bucs. Haas over at 3rd, Toger at 1st. Expecting a bunt. Bilter shows bunt, taps it foul. It's 0-1 now on the left fielder. Brant Haas playing 3rd base for just the 2nd game this season. Back-to-back games, though. He made a nice play over at Lee Jordan Field in Chugiak, Alaska 2 games ago. He's a good overall defender. Sean Toger over at first base also playing in. Has seen limited time at first because of his two-way action. He reached his innings limit so far this season, though. Here's the 0-1 to Bilter. He shows bunt, and he takes it for a ball down low. It's 1-1.
Yeah, it's very interesting. A championship game, and you don't really have any routine infield starters for any of the positions.
It's true. Provencio, I'd say, is pretty comfortable over at second base,
Yeah.
but he's the one with the error today.
Yep.
Pitch. Bilter shows bunt. He bunts it foul down the 3rd baseline. So it's 1-2. Probably not expecting a bunt anymore. Nobody out. 1st and 2nd occupied for the Miners. 1-1 the score. Bottom of the 3rd. Game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. So glad you're joining us. The fans have now completely filed in here at Herman Brothers. 1-2. Fastball left upstairs. It's 2-2. Bilter lined out to right field back in the 2nd inning. A 3:01 mark on the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Fastball poked on the ground towards second base. Provencio to his left. He'll go to first, take the easy out. The runners both advance on the play. It's Geffrey to 3rd, Erickson to 2nd. 1 gone now and 2 runners in scoring position for Matsu.
Number 28.
Yeah, off the bat that had
McGee.
double play written on it, but Provencio playing closer to the second base bag, had to shift all the way to his left, and his forward momentum going to first base. You don't want to risk getting no outs. So you'll take the 1, but a dangerous position now for McGee.
McGee singled his last time up in the 2nd, came around to score on the error. Now the infield fully comes in for the Bucs. Finazzo comes home. Breaking ball called to strike on the inner half. It's 0-1 now in James McGee.
Now you want to throw your best stuff. A strikeout here would be huge to not let either of these runners advance.
Landon Underhill, now the shortstop, backs up. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hit in the air towards deep left field. No doubt about it. A 3-run shot for James McGee, and it's 4-1 Miners in the bottom of the third. Just a breaking ball left over the middle of the plate, and the DH took full advantage.
Man, I didn't even see that baseball. That's how hard it was hitting, how fast it got out of here. The fans absolutely love it, and we talked about that breaking pitch that was coming into the middle of the plate. The Miners had not been able to time it up, but when you do, you get results like that. That's a big bat for the Miners.
Pitch to Eberhard, swing and a miss, a changeup down and away. 0-1 now to the first base spin, but my goodness. That's just his second homer on the season, but that one, there was no doubt about it. Breaking ball misses outside. It's 1-1 now to Carter Eberhard.
14 hits in 7 games for McGee. I mean, ridiculous.
The difference between June and July is unbelievable. Pitch. Fastball hit on the ground towards first base. Toger can't make the play. It was a high hop. Eberhard safe at first. It was a high hop on Sean Toger up towards the Bucs logo at the letters. Another error for Anchorage, their second on the evening. And there's one on with one out.
Yeah, the dirt really not playing friendly to the Bucs here tonight. That one looked like it was going to be perfectly timed by Toger. Instead, hits off his right forearm, and it's lucky it didn't trickle further past and allowed the runner to go second.
Pitch to Carson Grout is flown towards deep left field, but McGarry sees it into foul territory. It drops in front of the Buck bullpen. 0-1 now on Carson Grout. 4-1. Miners lead it. James McGee just hit a deep homer out to left field. Kai McGarry, the left fielder, didn't even move. 2 no-doubters today here at Herman Brothers. Check back to Eberhard. He's in sliding. Right on left matchup. Grout digs back in. Counts 0-1. Here's the offering from Finazzo. Fastball hit on the ground, right side through for a base hit. It trickles into right field. Eberhard stops at second base. A single for Carson Grout, and the Miners have found their offense in the bottom of the third.
Well, the thing with them is they know how to play both the small ball and I guess you can call it the big ball, as Izzy Fuentes will come out for a mound visit. You have obviously hits like those, just gappers through each side of the infield, and then you saw James McGee as well. Hits the monster shots. They know how to get it all over the field and even out of the field. That's what's made them so good.
Finazzo is greeted by Izzy Fuentes on the mound, also by Luke Taylor. 4-1 Miners lead it, bottom of the third. The Bucs got out to a 1-0 lead. Sean Toger hit a home run out to deep right field. But 4 unanswered from the Miners, 1 in the bottom of the second, 3 in the bottom of the third. We're still in that frame. There's first and second now occupied for the Miners.
Trace Hartman beginning to get hot in the bullpen for the Bucs. Only the third inning we talked about. You really need 4 or 5 innings from Finazzo, so you'd love him to power through this, get out of a situation, and hopefully get at least another inning out of the right.
It's Lincoln Stevenson now, the center fielder, up to the dish. 4-1 Miners lead. Runners off first and second now. It's Grout off first. Eberhard off of second base. Here's Finazzo's offering. Fastball taken down the middle. 0-1. Stevenson hit a fielder's choice bunt back in the second. He reached at first base. Pitch. Fastball flown foul right field line. It's 0-2 now on Stevenson. Grout off of first, Eberhard off of second. 3 runs already home in the frame. Here's the 0-2. Fastball swing and a miss. Foul tipped into Luke Taylor's glove. And there's 2 gone now. A big strikeout for Cade Finazzo. Just his second on the outing.
Now batting shortstop, number 17, Greg Parentoni.
The number 9 hitter, Greg Parentoni, now up. He was hit by a pitch back in the second. Runners take their leads off of first and second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, tap foul down the third baseline. It's 0-1 now on the shortstop. Parentoni this year has 4 multi-hit games against the Bucs. He's been one of the more impressive hitters in all of the Alaska Baseball League. But he's been slotted into that 9-hole pretty much the entire season. Fastball just misses outside. It's 1-1. That one looked pretty good from up here.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a couple pitches that if they go a little bit differently, this is probably still a Bucs lead or a 1-1 game. Very borderline stuff from Finazzo tonight.
He's hit at the belt, comes home. Fastball just barely missed outside again. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the lineup looming, Elliot Medlock on deck. Miners 2 hitters away from hitting through. Pitch. Breaking ball outside. Ball number 3 now to Parentoni. Carson Grout leads off first base. Eberhard off of second. 4-1 Miners lead it. Bottom of the 3rd. 3 runs home in the inning for Matsu. Finazzo set at the belt. Now he comes home. Fastball outside. Ball 4 to Parentoni. The bases are loaded for the Miners, and it's the top of the lineup coming up for Matsu. And they're trying to blow this one open.
Yeah, and you really don't want that to happen. We have not seen many Bucs comebacks down big. They've happened in the league this year, but once the Bucs have fallen down 8-1, 7-1 this season, there has not been much move. And wow, Joe Silva's walking out to the mound, and this could be it for Cade Finazzo.
A tight hook from head coach Joe Silva as he signals towards the bullpen. It'll be Trace Hartman coming on to relieve Cade Finazzo. And the starter will leave the bases loaded. 4-1, Miners lead it. We're still in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll take a quick break here at Herman Brothers Field, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to Herman Brothers Field here in beautiful Palmer, Alaska. So glad you're joining us, Milo Hoffman, Alex Burstein, as we continue the bottom of the 3rd. It's a new pitcher on the hill for the Bucs, Trace Hartman, making his 7th appearance on the season. Now, he started 3 games and actually started against the Miners on July 1st. Went 4 innings, gave up just 2 earned runs and 1 solo strikeout. Overall on the season, he pitches to a 3.18 ERA in 22.2 innings, 16 strikeouts. I'll try to relieve Cade Finazzo. He inherits the bases loaded. Miners trying to blow this one open. Top of the lineup, it's Elliot Medlock. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit in the air towards right field. Foul territory. Now the first baseman, Toger, drifts over, and he dives, makes the play. And that does it. Just like that. Sean Toger dove over towards the gravel in front of the Miners dugout, and he made the play. So Trace Hartman, 1 pitch, 1 out, and we go to the 4th. 4-1 Miners lead. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to Herman Brothers Fields here in Palmer, Alaska. Game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Matsu leads it 4-1. They scored 3 in the last frame. James McGee with the big blow, a 3-run shot out to deep left fields. Michael Malky still dealing on the hill for Matsu. He'll go into his 4th inning of work. He's given up just 1 run via the Sean Toger solo shot to deep right field. 2 no-doubters this evening from both sides. One of them was just a 3-run shot. The other, like I said, a solo shot.
Yeah, and this has to be a response saying you could use another one of those home runs or just something for the Bucs. He's only faced 1 over the minimum.
Pitch to Grant Haas. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's 1-0 now on the 3rd baseman. Haas struck out back in the 1st inning. 1 of 6 strikeouts dealt by Michael Malky today. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball called a strike, and it's 1-1. Haas hits .264 this season, 13 RBIs. He's still looking for his first extra base hit. Every one of his hits have been singles. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Yanked in the dirt. It was a slider all the way back to the screen. It actually gets caught on this netting above us up here in the press box. You don't see that too often. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Grant Haas. Malky spins, and he comes home. Swing and a miss. Down goes Grant Haas. So make that just the 2nd strike of the at-bat. I was confused because I thought that pitch in the dirt was actually foul back here. It went so far. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Grant Haas. Nobody out. There's the pitch. Fastball tapped. Just stayed alive, Grant Haas did. Still 2-2.
I might even be able to get that foul ball.
Yeah.
You think you can take it through the net?
Yeah, you probably could.
We'll try
maybe some flexible netting would help you out.
Yeah.
Squeeze it through. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Grant Haas. He's the leadoff man in the top of the 4th. 4-1 Miners lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled back right side. They'll do the 2-2 again. Bucs down 4-1, trying to spark the offense. Sean Toger with the lone run. And hit a homer out to right in the 2nd. Other than that, the Bucs offense has been quiet. That's their only hit. Here's the pitch from Malky. Slider misses outside. It's 3-2 now on Haas. Third baseman stares into his dark black bat. Now digs back in, right on right matchup. Here's the payoff delivery. Breaking ball spins in for called strike 3 on the inner edge. A backdoor curveball from Michael Malky. His 7th strikeout of the evening, and there's 1 gone, top 4.
Yeah, he's mixed them up, swinging, looking, all corners of the plate. I mean, just an excellent performance from Malky. There's clear reason he was the Game 1 starter tonight, and he's making Tyler LeBrun very happy with his decision.
Here's the pitch to Underhill. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's 1-0 now on the shortstop. Underhill struck out back in the 1st. Trying to get his bat back underneath him. His average down to 248. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball backdoor, called a strike. It's 1-1.
He just uses his breaking ball in so many different places of the zone that you can never really come to learn it.
It's like more than 1 pitch.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball left in the dirt this time. Underhill got out of the way just a bit. So 2 balls and 1 strike now on the shortstop. 4-1 Miners lead, top of the 4th. 1 out. Grant Haas just struck out. Here's the pitch from Malky. Swing and a miss. A curveball down low. It's 2-2. Underhill saw his average up near 300 about 3 weeks ago. Now down to 248. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, appealed down. He did not go, says Casey Mosier, the 3rd base ump. And it's full. This is the first time we have a 4-man umpire crew. It's the first time you actually appeal to the correct side.
Yeah.
I was confused there for a second. Is there actually someone there? Yes, there is. Here's the payoff pitch to Underhill. Fastball left high and wide. It's ball 4. So a base runner for the Bucs. Just their 2nd on the day. Underhill up at first base trying to get the offense going. And Luke Taylor now the catcher's up.
Yeah, well, these
Now
are the
batting
couple of
pitcher,
guys you want to
number
play
1,
Underhill, Taylor,
Luke
Narrett, all
King.
guys who have been consistent offensive threats for the Bucs this season. We said this needs to be a bounce-back inning. You get 1 or 2 runs, and this is a whole new ball game.
Taylor digs in. He struck out in the second. He was the third of 4 straight punch-outs for Malky. Underhill takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Curveball catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Taylor with 3 homers on the season. One of them here at Herman Brothers Field, but he hasn't hit one in almost a month now.
Yeah.
Right-on-right matchup. Here's the offering. Slider misses way outside. Nice shovel block from James McGee. Make that Ridge Erickson. It's 1-1 now on Taylor. 4-1 Miners lead, top 4. Landon Underhill off of first base. Second base runner of the day for the Bucs, but the only guy that's actually running the base paths because Sean Toger hit a homer. The Bucs only hit. Here's the offering. Slider spins in for strike 2 on the outside corner. So 1-2, Underhill off first. 1 gone, top of the 4th. Bucs trying to get the offense going in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Nice crowd on hand here at Herman Brothers Field. Malky shakes off one. Now he gets set. Pitch. Slider, swing and a miss. Down goes Taylor. There's 2 outs in the top of the 4th. 8th strikeout of the day for Michael Malky.
Yeah, these just have not been competitive at bats from the Bucs. You see what happens when they're able to get it to 2-2, 3-2 counts. Landon Underhill got down because he worked a full count walk, but first you have to get to those high pitch counts on Malky. And right now we've just seen swings on so many early pitches, and it leads to these Ks.
Here's Joey Narrett. 2 outs, top of the 4th. Underhill off of first base. Right on left matchup. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground, left side through for a base hit. It finds outfield grass. Bilter fields it and fires it back in. Underhill up to second. So now first and second for the Bucs with the man who hit a homer coming up to the plate.
Yeah, really good opposite field hitting there from Joey Narrett. Nothing too difficult, just a little bit off the ground. Finds the gap on the left side. Now Toger has a chance to really make this a ball game.
If there's anyone you want up in this situation, it's Sean Toger. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball way outside. It's 1-0. His last time up, he deposited one out to deep right field. The right fielder, Carter Geffrey, didn't even move. Narrowed off first, Underhill off second. Malky comes home. Fastball, check back to second. Not in time to Underhill, who comes off the bag, but he squeezes back in safely. The pitch was a ball. And Ridge Erickson is known to do that. He's done that 3 times against the Bucs so far this season. He's one of the more impressive defenders at the catcher position in the ABL. Runners take their leads. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. A curveball, and it's 1-2.
It's a similar pitch that Toger was able to unleash on last time. He saw it kind of in the bottom part of the zone and thought he could do some damage, but just wait for your pitch here because you don't want to end up with another strikeout.
He digs back in, taps his bat on home plate. Underhill takes his lead off second. Joey Narrett off of first. 1-2's the count. Long pause. Here's the offering. Breaking ball outside, way outside. It's 2-2. Sometimes Malky loses control of his curveball, and it goes way outside, but when he has it going, it's almost unhittable. He digs back in, set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball foul. First base side, it's 2-2.
Well, and luckily he has a catcher in Erickson that's able to get those with ease, and it's never a chance for a wild pitch because he's just so mobile there behind home plate.
And Erickson has the confidence to then throw down to second base on, mind you, a very fast base runner, Landon Underhill.
Wild.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Yanked in the dirt. Erickson with a nice block keeps the runners put. So now 3-2 on Sean Toger. He's working a pretty good at-bat up there.
Yeah, already saw 1 walk this inning from Landon Underhill over there at second base. If he can get the bases loaded, then Kai McGarry with a chance to get a couple RBIs.
Runners will be off on the pitch. Narrowed off of first, Underhill off of second. Pretty good speed. Here's the payoff offering. Breaking ball tap foul down the first baseline. They'll do it again. It was a Cal Baptist University affair on the pitcher's mound between Malky and Cape Venazzo. Sean Toger, also formerly of Cal Baptist University. Now he plays at Garden City Community College. Payoff pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball swing and a miss. Toger down on strikes. The 9th punchy of the evening for Michael Malky. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. 4-1, Miners still lead. You're listening to Anchorage Bucs Baseball. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to a rockin' Herman Brothers Field here in Palmer, Alaska. 4-1 Miners lead it as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Still Trace Hartman on the mound for the Bucs. He relieved Cape Venazzo in the last frame. Came on through one pitch, got a fly out to first base from Elliot Medlock. Now he'll face the heart of the lineup for the Miners.
Right fielder, number 48.
Unsuccessful in getting the foul ball.
There was a foul ball that was caught on the net right in front of us. I saw you guys trying to play with it. Squeeze your fingers through. Try next time. Here's the pitch to Carter Geffrey. Fastball just missed high and tight. It's 1-0.
It's still on the little banner thing, so we'll get it just later.
I believe in you. Maybe I'll be the one to do it.
No.
Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball spins on the outer edge for a called strike. It's 1-1. Clouds have peered over us here in Palmer. Now the full field covered in shade. 1-1's the count on Geffrey. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. It was a high fastball, 1-2. Geffrey so far today, 1 for 2. He singled his last time up in the 3rd inning. It started a 3-run frame for the Miners. Hartman set at the letters. Twists and comes home. Fastball high and tight this time, a ball Geffrey laid off. It's 2-2.
Well, the good thing with Hartman, who was a reliever turned starter for this team, he knows how to go length. You might be able to get a solid 3-4 innings out of him.
There's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. He did not go. It's 3-2 now on Geffrey. Trace Hartman has made 3 starts this season, half of his appearances. Payoff pitch on its way. Here it is. Fastball swing and a miss. Right on by Geffrey. Just heat right there from Trace Hartman. And there's one gone, the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, first K of the outing for the right-hander. Used all of his speed on that. Strike 3, got the swing, and that's a good start to this inning for Hartman.
6, Ridge Erickson.
So here's Ridge Erickson. He's 0 for 1. He walked back in the 3rd. He scored on the James McGee 3-run shot out to deep left. There's the pitch. Slider spins in for strike 1 on Erickson. A 367 average for Erickson, the highest in the ABL. First team all ABL selection. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball just taken upstairs. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he did not get player of the year.
It was between him and his teammate Carter Geffrey. Some would argue Adam Burkholt of the Pilots was in the conversation. There's the 1-1. Slider misses outside. 2-1. Now, a common theme out of all those guys, they're all catchers.
Yeah.
Even though Geffrey's playing right, he's slated as a catcher. And that's what he does over at Iowa. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Erickson. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit in the air towards right field. Playable for Logan Yule. He runs on about 20 steps, stops in front of the foul line, makes the grab. So there's 2 gone now in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, the Bucs have done a rather good
Left
job
fielder,
neutralizing
number
these
31,
first 3 guys in the
Evan
order.
Belter.
Medlock, Geffrey, Erickson, the combined 1 for 8 here early on. Now as you get to this middle of the lineup, that's where you have to stop the trouble.
Here's the pitch to Evan Bilter. Fastball just missed inside. It's 1-0. Bilter so far today 0 for 2. A line out and a ground out. 2 outs. Here, bottom 4. Miners have a 4-1 lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing and a miss. Trace Hartman has that fastball working so far this evening. He's come out of the bullpen with some juice. 1-1, here it is. Fastball at the knees, but called a ball. Home plate umpire Ethan McCraney didn't see it as we did. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Evan Bilter. Here's the pitch. Fastball poked foul, and it's 2-2. One thing that you can't do on Evan Bilter is strike him out. He has just 3 strikeouts in his last 8 games played. He's a guy who's going to put the ball in play, as he's done so far this evening. Here's the 2-2 from Hartman. Breaking ball fouled right back. Still 2-2 now on the left fielder. As the sun now creeps out here in Palmer. Now the entire field is covered in sun. Different from about 30 seconds ago. 2-2. Slider, check swing, appealed down. He did not go, says Toby Milam over there at first. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Miners hold a 4-1 lead in game number 1 of the Top of the World Championship here in the ABL. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled right back, just got a piece of it. If you look up and down the Miners lineup, it's unbelievable in terms of the averages. The majority of them, it seems like, are over 300. The team batting average is 300. Here's the pitch. Fastball ripped up the middle, through for a base hit. It was just a slow trickler that got by the shortstop Landon Underhill, who gave it a courtesy look. And there's a 2-out base runner aboard for the Miners here, bottom 4.
Highest batting average in team history, and it's because of hits like those. The Miners just know how to get through, find the gaps against the Bucs and everyone else in the ABL. And we mentioned it earlier, the 2-out rallies killed the Bucs last time out. You have to put an end to this quickly here if you're Hartman.
And it's a tough guy to face. It's James McGee, who hit a 3-run shot his last time up. Pitch. Fastball left high and wide. Check back to first. Not in time from Taylor. Well, it's 1-0 now on McGee. He singles and he's homered. He's been one of the better players in the ABL in July. A 487 mark. Pitch. Fastball, that hit him. That hit James McGee on the left elbow. He walks on over to first base a tad gingerly as he dangles out his left arm. He reaches, though, so Evan Bilter moves up to second. First and second now for the Miners. 2 gone, bottom 4.
Well, he won't get a hit, but still a reach. And now with 2 runners aboard, this is a huge, huge opportunity for the Miners. The Bucs really need to keep this at a 3-run deficit with how their offense has been looking. Eberhard, the guy, has already reached twice today. Hartman just has to get back to that fastball that was working so well early.
They'll have to face Carter Eberhard, the first baseman, who walked and he reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. First and second occupied for the Miners. 4-1, they lead it. Bottom 4, pitch. Fastball, cut, and a miss. 0-1. If you're Trace Hartman, you got to keep going back to that fastball because it's the pitch that they've had the most trouble with. And listen, you put it in the heart of the plate. This is my best. Give me your best. See what Hartman can do. Here he is. Fastball foul tipped. It's 0-2 now on Carter Eberhard.
Especially a guy like Eberhard hasn't had a hit in over 2 games now. Just challenge him. Say, if you want to take a swing, do it at my best pitch.
Also a guy who's now 4 for 31 against the Bucs this season. McGee off of first, Bilter off of second. Hartman comes set at the letters. Now he comes home. Left upstairs on the heat. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Eberhard. Right on left matchup, he digs in with his high green socks. The yellow stripes surrounding his calves. Hartman's ready. Here's the pitch. Left in the dirt on the breaking ball. 2-2 now on Eberhard. Hartman really needs to seal the deal right here, right now, because you don't want any more runs given up against the Miners. The Bucs offense has been struggling, and there's no signs of Michael Malky coming out anytime soon. The players in the Miner bullpen are relaxing, to say the least. 2-2. Fastball foul tipped, and they'll do it again.
And that's been the plan for the Miners. Let Malky go as long as you can, then we'll throw anyone in our bullpen out there, because usually we have a big lead when he comes out of the game.
That's usually the plan when you're throwing your ace out there, quote unquote. Hartman stands first base side of the rubber. Gets the sign, hand in the glove, now he comes home. Breaking ball waved and missed. Strike 3 on Carter Eberhard. And we go to the 5th. The Miners lead James McGee stranded at first and Evan Bilter at second. 1 hit, 2 men left on base. No runs come across. We'll be right back. It's Bucs Baseball. We go to the 5th here in Palmer, Alaska. Game number 1 of the Alaska Baseball League Championship Series between the Bucs and the Miners. The home Matsu squad has a 4-1 lead, and it's still Michael Malky on the hill for the Miners. He's looked brilliant. 9 strikeouts, just 2 hits, 1 run given up against the Bucs. Sean Toger hit a solo shot all the way back in the 2nd now. Other than that, the Bucs offense has been silent.
Yeah, I mean, coasting is as easy as you can put it. His pitch count has gotten up there, all the way up to 73 for the right-hander. So might only have an inning or 2 more in him, but if he keeps this at just a 1-run scoring for the Bucs, then he has a good chance to be in position for the win.
He's set at the eyes. Now he comes home to Kai McGarry. Check swing on the breaking ball. It was called the ball down low. 1-0 now on McGarry, the left fielder. He struck out back in the 2nd. The clouds peer over us here in Palmer, Alaska. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball left upstairs. It's 2-0. McGarry takes a look at his half red, half black bat. Digs back in, touches his bat on home plate. Ready for the 2-0. Malky kicks back and comes home. Breaking ball spins in for strike 1. Almost every seat in the house booked here at Herman Brothers Field, as it is the majority of games here in Palmer. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here it is. Fastball hit high in the air towards left field. That'll stay in the infield, actually. Carson Grout, the third baseman, on the lip of the grass, makes the play. And there's 1 retired in the top of the 5th. McGarry just way underneath that one. He flung out the bat
Designated hitter
head.
number 10.
Not too
Ren
much oomph on that
Matsuzaki.
swing from Kai McGarry. We've seen him have the power. 3 homers on the season. He hit one here, actually. Now it's Ren Matsuzaki, a right-on-left matchup. Here's the offering. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 0-1. Matsuzaki, a backwards K back in the third. 271 average on the season. DHing today with his severely open stance. 0-1. Breaking ball at the knees, called a strike. 0-2 now on Matsuzaki. When Malki gets in a groove, he's set at the eyes right now. Malki not even, or Matsuzaki that is, not even in the box. Now both of them set. Here's the 0-2. Fastball spiked in the dirt. It's 1-2. Matsuzaki is definitely liked playing at home this season. A 346 average at Mulcahy Stadium. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. It's 2-2. He's hitting under 200 on the road. But he's been a consistent batter, and he's always put together a good at-bat, as he is right here. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 gone. Top 5. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swing and a miss. Malki up to double-digit punch-outs on the day. 10 of them. 2 gone. Top of the 5th. And boy, it looks like Michael Malki, the starter, is pretty much unhittable.
Yeah, I mean, he has been. Other than the 2 hits that the Bucs have placed, he's only given up
Second
1
baseman
free
number 7,
pass.
James
Bucs just can't find the
Provencio.
guys to get on the base paths. They've had less runners on than the Miners have runs tonight.
James Provencio now digs back in. Right on left matchup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. 1-0. I feel like Michael Malki has thrown his curveball and slider more than he has his fastball tonight. Almost like a get-me-over pitch, the majority of at-bats. 1-0. Fastball this time on the outer edge, called the strike. Provencio grounded out to second base in the third. Here's the 1-1. Curveball tried to backdoor it, missed outside. It's 2-1 now in Provencio. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Miners lead it 4-1. Malki stands tall, kicks back, and he comes home. Fastball called a strike on the outside corner. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, top 5. Miners up 4-1. Game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Here's the offering from Malki. Breaking ball in the dirt. It's full now in Provencio, the number 9 hitter. Will try to flip things over to the top of the lineup. Digs back in. No batting gloves for Provencio. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball left high and in. Ball 4 to James. He's up to first base. A 2-out base runner now for the Bucs. They're down 4-1, so any base runner you can get is huge for the away Anchorage side. Back to the top, like I said, now Logan Ewell dig in, the right fielder.
Yeah, those runners on have been a premium today for Anchorage. Don't take them for granted. Try to move them up now.
Right on left matchup pitch. Breaking ball left in the dirt. It's 1-0 now on Ewell.
Would not mind seeing Provencio try to take for a second here. Just change something up. Get some mojo into your team, some momentum.
1-0 for Malki. Curveball tapped on the ground. Fair territory, first base side. And Eberhard touches the bag. That's now 3 ground outs to first base unassisted for Logan Ewell. You don't see that too often as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-1 Miners lead it here in Palmer, Alaska. We'll be right back. You're listening to Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Don't go anywhere.
guys to come up here and play ball and entertain.
We go to the bottom of the fifth here at Herman Brothers Field in Palmer, Alaska. So glad you're joining us. Milo Hoffman with Alex Burstein in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Trace Hartman still on the hill eating up innings. It'll be his 3rd inning of work out of the pen. Harrison Grout leads off for the Miners. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the air towards left field. McGarry drifts back. Now he stops. Camps under and he makes the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Nice start to the inning for Trace Hartman. Miners lead it, like I said, 4-1. The Bucs have just 2 hits on the evening.
Stevenson.
It's Hartman's job to shut down the Miners right now. See if his offense can get going. Now the hitter Lincoln Stevenson. Hartman comes home. Breaking ball spins in for strike 1. Stevenson so far today, he grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd, and he flew out in the 3rd. Pitch fouled back to Stevenson. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom 5. Here's the pitch. Swung on and lifted foul territory, right side out of play. It's 1-2 now on Lincoln Stevenson. The clouds are over us in Palmer, Alaska. No sun on the field, but there's blue skies out in front of us, so expecting the sun to appear again. 1-2. Fastball hit up the middle, off of Hartman's glove. Trickles slowly towards Provencio, second baseman. Fires off balance in time to first. Nice play from Provencio. It goes 1-4-3, and there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, really nice play by the second baseman. The ball off of Hartman's glove was moving at a snail's pace. That Provencio had to make up a lot of room. Finally was able to throw on the run and an important second out.
Now the number 9 hitter, Greg Parentoni, up, the shortstop. He's yet to record an at-bat. Hit by a pitch and he walked. Here's the offering. He shows bunt and he fouls it at home plate. Maybe hit off of Parentoni's foot, it seemed. He got running so fast after he laid down the bunt, he might have run into the ball.
Well, Luke Taylor held up his arm. He wanted out there because if he was in fair territory when he hit that, it would have been out. But home plate umpire Ethan McCraney disagrees.
So just 0-1 now on Parentoni. Hartman, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, peeled down. He did not go. It was a check swing from Parentoni. The pitch was close, though. So 1-1 now on the shortstop. Hartman spins, comes home. Fastball hit off the end of the bat towards shallow right field. Toger, the first baseman, in foul territory, makes the play. So that'll do it in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2-3, go the Miners. Nice outing from Trace Hartman out of the bullpen. We'll go to the 6th, and with that, we turn things over to Alex Burstein. He'll take you the rest of the way here in Palmer, Alaska. 4-1 Miners lead. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
We turn course to the 6th inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series between the Bucs and the Miners. Matsu on top 4-1 thanks to a 3-run shot back in inning number 3 by James McGee. Bucs still trying to get their first run since that hit. And Grant Haas starts things off in the 6th. Michael Malky deals the first pitch. Haas shows bunt, pulls it away. It doesn't matter, it's a strike. Fastball to the bottom part of the zone. 0-1 the count on the now third baseman for the Bucs. Haas, a shortstop for most of the season. Battled a hamstring injury, came back, was shortstop, and now has been moved to third. The 0-1. Haas fouls it off to the right side. 0 for 2 today for the Central Arizona product. Struck out in the 1st and the 4th inning. Malky has dealt 10 Ks against this Bucs lineup through just 5 innings of work for the California Baptist right-handed pitcher. He sets below his belt, the 0-2. Fastball just misses low and outside. Haas stays alive now with a 1-2 count. Landon Underhill on deck. Luke Taylor in the hole here. Top of inning number 6 from Herman Brothers Field. The wind dead, shade all across the field. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside breaking ball misses. And Haas will step out of the batter's box now with an even 2-2 count. The right-hander checks his black bat. Now we'll pat home plate and readies. The 2-2. Fastball just reaches outside, and Haas has worked his way to a full count here in the top of the 6th. Bucs have yet to have the leadoff man reach through 5 tries. Haas would love to draw a walk here. Malky sets at his face, now comes down. Here's the 3-2. Swung on and bounced foul to the left side. Landon Underhill, the batter on deck, will walk over to grab the baseball. And we'll do the 3-2 once again. Grant Haas battling here, 3rd at-bat of the day for the 3rd baseman. Scrapes his black cleats across the dirt here in the righty's batter's box. Malky readies the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball to the outer edge. Strikeout number 11 for Michael Malky. And the trend continues here in the 6th. No one can hit right-hander.
It's unbelievable. And he's in such a groove that it seems like nothing can stop him either, as there is some action now in the Miners bullpen, but there's no signs of slowing down for Malky.
Malky closing in on 100 pitches. Landon Underhill in the lefty's batter's box. First pitch. Fastball hits at the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count. Underhill struck out in the 1st, did draw a walk in the 4th. One of just 2 offered today by Malky. He turns and fires. Breaking ball down in the dirt, and it's a 1-1 count. Well, March 14th was a big day for this Matsu Miners program. They announced that Michael Malky was coming to the team for the summer. Little did they know this is what they'd be getting. Here's the 1-1. Malky fires a fastball, bounced towards first base, foul. And the count moves to 1-2. Well, there was no Cy Young Award winner here in the ABL, but you have to imagine Malky would have a very good case for it if it did happen. Malky looks in at Underhill and fires next pitch. Underhill waves out a pitch in the dirt. Erickson throws to first in time, and that's a 12th strikeout on the night for Michael Malky. Just keeps on racking them up.
And Michael Malky is so much confidence in that curveball.
Now batting the catcher.
And he also has so
Number 1,
much confidence in
Luke
Rich Erickson, the
Taylor.
catcher, so he has so much freedom to throw it wherever he wants, really.
Brings Luke Taylor to the plate. Right-handed catcher tonight for the Bucs, making his first appearance in a few games after battling a right arm injury. Waves his half-black, hat-beige bat in the wind, and the first offering. Curveball swung on and missed, ended up in the dirt, but Taylor still could not hold back his swing. Already 2 Ks tonight for the Long Beach State product. 2 of the 12 that Malky has dealt. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses outside, trickles out of the glove of Rich Erickson. That evens out the count at 1 apiece. It's been that outside curveball that's gotten Taylor chasing a couple of times today. See if Malky tries it again. Here's the 1-1. Curveball just misses a hair outside. brings the count to 2-1 in favor of Luke Taylor. Top of the 6th inning here from Herman Brothers Field. It's a 4-1 lead for the Miners over the Bucs in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Quick work, the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball in the other batter's box. Taylor can't hold back, and the count now 2-2. Melky 1 strike away from 3 Ks in the top of the 6th. Turns his attention home. Reddish glove at his face, moves it to his belt, and the 2-2. Spiked in the dirt. Fastball that was way left inside, and now the count moves full on Luke Taylor.
Yeah, and that's also a sign of, he's starting to get tired.
Yeah.
Michael Malky now working into his 6th inning of work, trying to complete 6 innings of just 1 run. 107 pitches for Malky.
The lone run off of Sean Toger's bat, homer. Here's the payoff pitch. Curveball swung on and missed in the dirt. And Michael Malky strikes out the side in the top of the 6th. The Miners can't be hit off of tonight. They lead 4-1 as we turn our attention to the bottom of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Herman Brothers Field, bottom of the 6th inning here of the ABL Championship Series opening game. It's a 4-1 lead for the Matsu Miners as they head to bat here in the last of the 6th. It'll be top of the order. Elliott Medlock, Carter Geffrey, and Reach Erickson due up.
Second baseman number 12.
The last time either team scored was back in the 3rd. Now the defenses have really awoken. The Bucs have had barely any offense today. The Miners have threatened in a couple of innings, but have yet to scrape a runner across the plate. First pitch, swung on and missed. An inside slider gets Medlock chasing. Trace Hartman in for another inning of work. Came in to close out the 3rd and pitched clean innings number 4 and 5. He shrugged his shoulders. Next pitch. Fastball hit high in the air, shallow right field. The second baseman, Provencio, stops and makes the grab above his left shoulder for out number 1. So, quick pop out for the leadoff man of the Miners, and there's one away here in inning number 6.
Right fielder.
Hartman's done a nice job of working quickly, too. He's been very efficient with his pitch type and his pitch count, so just trying to keep that going here. He's really been eating a lot of innings for the Bucs.
Gives ways to Carter Geffrey, the right fielder tonight, player of the year in the ABL. First pitch, fastball taken high and wide, 1-0 the count. Geffrey singled back in the 3rd, came around to score off that home run from James McGee. He does have a pair of strikeouts, though. Hartman got him his last time up. The 1-0. Curveball slammed in the air towards left field. McGarry chases it, lets it bounce off the wall. Geffrey around first base. The throw to second is way high, and that's a stand-up double for Carter Geffrey here in the bottom of inning number 6. Sent a towering shot out to left field. Kai McGarry did a great job judging it. It bounced off the bottom half of the ads and ricocheted straight to McGarry, but his throw just way too high back to the infield. Ended up in the glove of the first baseman, Toger.
Yeah, Jeffrey must have something against Fred Meyer because that slammed right off of Fred Meyer's sound out there left. But, I mean, Carter Jeffrey, you said it. There's a reason why he was the ABL player of the season.
Well, the other player out of case for that, Ridge Erickson, comes to the plate. The catcher 0 for 2 today as the sun comes alive here, splashing down, and a balk here by Trace Hartman allows Jeffrey to get to third base. Hartman was readying for his pitch to Erickson, but moved a little bit, and now there'll be a runner 90 feet from scoring here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Well, he just went from full shade to full sun here. First pitch, taken low to Erickson. 1 ball and no strikes on the BYU product.
Infield comes fully in now for the Bucs with the runner on third base, trying to cut down this run.
Yeah, Erickson not someone who usually bunts, but now would be the time to do it. Hartman sets the 1-0. Curveball hit foul to the left side. Loud crack of the bat there from Erickson, but it ends up dropping in foul territory, and it's a 1-1 count. Small lead by Jeffrey over there at third base. The Iowa product slammed a double the last at bat for the Bucs. Excuse me, Miners. Next pitch. Grounded right side. Toger can't get it. It bounces off of his glove into score Jeffrey, and it's a 5-1 ball game. Hot shot grounder to first base. Should have been routine for Toger. He couldn't glove it cleanly. Third error of the day for the Bucs, second for Toger, and just like that, the lead now up to 4 for the Miners.
Yeah, I mean, that one was hit hard, and then it's even harder when you're pulled in if you're Sean Toger, so just couldn't come up with it.
Brings Evan Bilter to the plate. Now a 5-1 lead for the Miners. First pitch. Breaking ball just misses low. Bilter, the Colorado School of Mines product, playing in left field tonight. He's been off and on starter all season. Has a ton of speed, a great glove, and his bat has come along as well, hitting .301. Here's the 1-0. Fastball missed outside. And it's a 2-ball, no strike count on the right-handed hitter. Singled back in the 4th. Not a guy who has a huge bat. He's much more into these base hits than doubles or triples. Has not homered this season. Here's the 2-0. Bilter grounds one left side through the gap. All runners advance, and a soft grounder by Evan Bilter as runners at first and second, still just 1 away. Turned on the inside pitch, sent it bouncing past the shortstop Underhill. And there's 2 on for James McGee, the hot bat today for the Miners.
When you're the Bucs, you just cannot let this inning get out of hand, because right now it's 5-1. Anything above a 4-run margin, it starts to get really, really tricky. It's already going to be tricky for the Bucs. So if you're Trace Hartman and company, you have to try to keep it here.
Trace Hartman and Luke Taylor talking on the mound. The catcher trying to calm down his pitcher, keep him from going into a tizzy here. Already a run across the board here in the bottom of the 6th. And now, as we mentioned, James McGee already a single, a 3-run homer, and a hit by pitch tonight. A hit by pitch came off a throw from Trace Hartman. Ridge Erickson at second base, Evan Bilter over at first. They both have huge leads. Hartman from the stretch, first pitch. Curveball in the dirt. 1-0 the counts. McGee on now a 7-game hit streak. He has 14 hits across 7 games. If he had started that a little earlier, he might be the player of the year. He's been so impressive at the plate. Hartman stares into his glove, the 1-0. Popped in the air, right field. Logan Ewell chases to his left, makes the grab, and no runners will tag. He darts a throw back into the infield. So, shallow right field pop-up by James McGee, his first out of the day, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, really nice job by Logan Ewell there to limit the runner advancing to third base on that play. Ewell just so nifty out there, right? You feel so comfortable when the ball gets hit to him.
No errors on the season for the first-team All-League right fielder Logan Ewell. Carter Eberhard at the plate, still 2 on, but now 2 away. First pitch. Fastball misses below the knees. 1-0 the count on the California Baptist University product. Walked in the second, reached via an error in the third. Hasn't recorded a hit in now over 2 games. The 1-0. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-0. Hartman just lost a little bit of control there to bring the count to 2 balls and no strikes on the left-handed hitter. Eberhard hitting a respectable .288 on the season, below the team average somehow. The 2-0. Fastball battled high in the air towards the left side of the infield. Shortstop Underhill gathers it on the lip of the outfield grass and makes a grab for out number 3. So a pop out strands 2 runners here in the 6th, but not before Carter Geffrey comes around the score. 1 run off of 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners stranded. We move to inning number 7. It's 5-1. Bucs trail the Miners. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Herman Brothers Field, it's a 5-1 lead for the Miners over the Bucs. Game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. We turn the page to the top of the 7th, and the day is over for Michael Malky. The right-hander out of California Baptist University pitches a gem, 6 innings of 1-run ball, and he gives way to Cole Marthel-Johnny, Sam Houston State product, making his 9th appearance of the season, 3.91 ERA. He was converted into a starter mid-season, but he started off as a reliever, and now in a relief role tonight as he starts things off against the 5-hitter Joey Narrett. First pitch, fastball misses low, 1-0 the count. Marthel-Johnny, a lanky 6'2", 180 right-hander out of Salina, Texas. It's been very impressive this season for this squad. Here's the 1-0. Narrett fouls it back, evens out the count at 1 apiece. Narrett singled back in inning number 4, a strikeout in the 2nd. Has one of just 2 hits on the day for the Bucs. What an impressive outing that was for Michael Malky.
Amazing, and I mean, it's exactly what you expected out of their top pitcher.
Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Change up down low, gets Narrett chasing. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the left-handed center fielder. Malky finishes today 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 walks. The big number, 13 strikeouts. Just gave up 1 run, a home run to Sean Toger. 5-1 Bucs trail, top 7. Next pitch. Clubbed in the air, left field. Bilter charges towards the line, makes the grab for out number 1. Marthel-Johnny has a good start to his day.
Just inside of the bat from Joey Narrett out to shallow left field.
First baseman,
He
number
clapped
8,
his hands as he was running back to the dugout, disappointed with that swing. The Bucs need base runners. They need guys on base. You know, a solo shot is great. And, you know, trying to get the ball into the gaps, but you need to try to work the count to get on.
First pitch, swung on and missed by Sean Toger on a fastball. Marthel-Johnny firing on all cylinders early on. He was a workhorse for Sam Houston this past spring. The 0-1 misses outside. 36 2/3 innings pitched for the right-hander. You combine that with 25 innings this summer, and he's pitched over 60 innings. Here's the 1-1. popped foul to the left side. That's a busy 2025 for Marthel-Johnny.
I mean, and he's taking it with open arms, apparently. He's obviously done very well here with the Miners in the ABL.
Ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sean Toger, who has the lone run today for the Bucs, a home run. Here's the next offering. Swung on and missed, down in the dirt, fastball. Toger can't get under it, and there's 2 away in the top of the 7th.
A changeup just down in the dirt from Marthel-Johnny. And it's the off-speed pitches that have gotten the Bucs today. Malky's curveball, that time a changeup in the dirt from Marthel-Johnny.
14 combined strikeouts for the Miners tonight, 13 from Malky and now 1 from Marthel-Johnny. First pitch, Kai McGarry takes a curveball in the zone for a strike, 0-1 the count. Marthel-Johnny comes from a big baseball family. His twin brother also plays on Sam Houston. The 0-1 curveball hit high in the air, foul to the right side. It's been a disappointing offensive night for McGarry. Struck out in the second and then an easy pop out to third base back in inning number 5. It's been a trend for all Bucs batters tonight. Marthel-Johnny readies, DO2. Curveball just misses a hair outside. Almost rung up McGarry to bring the inning to a close. 5-1 Bucs trail, top of inning number 7 here from Herman Brothers Field. A sunny day for baseball. Over 1,500 fans on hand. The 1-2. Curveball swung on and missed. McGarry chases it into the other batter's box. Second strikeout a day for Marthel-Johnny, and he works a clean first inning of relief. Stretch time here in Palmer, Alaska. 5-1. Bucs trail the Miners. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. Back here at Herman Brothers Field, it's a 5-1 Miners lead over the Bucs here as we turn the page to the bottom of the 7th. First game of the best-of-3 ABL Championship as the Bucs give the ball to Cade Wiegert for his first inning of relief in the bottom of the 7th. 5th appearance of the season for the North Dakota State University junior. As the righty steps on to the pitcher's rubber here, the face-off against the 7-hitter. Carson Grout in the bottom of the 7th. Grout adjusts his myrtle green helmet, gives his bat a couple half swings, and the first offering, fastball misses high and outside. 1 balls and no strikes to the State College of Florida commit. Grout played his freshman year redshirted at Iowa, now going the JUCO route. The 1-0. Slider misses inside. Just barely missed hitting Grout. The one thing you want to do if you're the Bucs, or don't want to do, is give up free passes. Couple of hit by pitches from each pitcher today. Here's the 2-0. Fastball clips the outer corner at the knees. 2 balls and 1 strike on the left-handed Grout. Here's next offering. Poke towards third base on the ground. Haas gets it, throws to first in time. Nice 5-3 put out by the third baseman. Just a slow roller. Haas took a step, charged in, and made the quick throw over in time. So one away here in the bottom of the 7th. That's what the Bucs need. They just need to keep this at a 4-run game.
Yeah, and overall, Grant Haas has looked pretty solid at third base, going over from shortstop. Of course, not the biggest difference, but still you want to look good, and he has.
And early almost air, but Sean Toger saved him, so he's clean over there. First pitch, check swing, appeal. They say he went around, so no balls and 1 strike on Lincoln Stevenson. Now they changed it, so 1 ball and no strikes on the center fielder. Stands tall in the righty's batter's box. Wiegert with his glove at his chest, turns, and the 1-0. Floats into the zone for a strike, 1-1 the count. Crowd is quieted down a little bit here at Herman Brothers Field. They're comfortable with this 5-1 lead that the home team has. And the 2-0. Breaking ball called strike on the outside corner. And that's a strikeout here for Cade Wiegert. So his first of the night, and there's 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. 9-hitter Greg Parentoni comes to the plate.
Number 17,
Really big out for Cade Wiegert overall. Try to shut down the minors now. Really credit Trace Hartman, who held the minors to just 1 run. Wasn't even earned for Hartman. So now Wiegert trying to continue that.
Yeah. First pitch to Parentoni, taken high. 3 in the 3rd innings for Hartman. Gave up 3 hits. You mentioned the 1 run not earned, no walks, 2 Ks. So an impressive line from Hartman. Now Wiegert trying to keep it. 1 out. Misses high and inside. 2-0 the count. Wiegert was a late addition. Just came over a couple weeks ago to Anchorage. Had to finish a class online for North Dakota State, but now getting to play out the end of the summer. The 2-0 pitch. High. Wiegert's fastball tops out at 96. If he can control it, it's a really, really important weapon for the Bucs here in this late stretch. But he's down in the count 3-0 to Parentoni. Next offering. Fastball clips at the letters for a strike. 3-1 the count. Parentoni steps outside the batter's box, now comes back in with his bright blue batting gloves. Shortstop readies for the 3-1. Here it comes. Grounded towards short, backhanded by Underhill. Darts it across the diamond. 1 hop, and it gets past the glove of Sean Toger. Air on Landon Underhill. The 4th of the day for the Bucs as Greg Parentoni aboard here. The Bucs have airs in 5 straight games, and across that 5-game stretch, they now have 12 airs. They just keep on counting up.
It's been haunting them the entire season, and it's routine plays. But I will say, Greg Parentoni ran down the line hard the entire time and put a lot of pressure on Underhill to make the throw.
Gold Glover here in the Alaska Baseball League. First team shortstop as well, and he has the bat too. Hitting over 300 on the year. Turns things over to the top of the lineup. Elliot Medlock at the plate. Ryder commit in the righty's batter's box. First pitch. Fastball over the head of a ducking Medlock. 1 ball and no strikes.
That'll wake you up. Some chin music there.
Medlock gets ready for the next pitch. His red bat holds it above his left shoulder. And the 1-0. Taken high. Couple fastballs missing the zone here from Wiegert. Worked a really clean start of this inning. Got a ground out to third and then a strikeout. Thought he had a 1-2-3 inning on a ground ball to short. But the air on Landon Underhill keeps this inning going. Just a 3rd air for Landon all season long. Wiegert sets at his chest a 2-0. Swung on, popped up left side. McGarry chases it to the wall. This ball's got a chance and gone. A pop fly that kept on carrying to left field. 2-run shot for Elliott Medlock, his league-leading 5th home run of the season. And just like that, it's a blowout. 7-1, the Miners lead here in the top of the 7th. Milo, I don't think anyone thought that ball was out of here, but it just kept on going to left field.
Yeah, I mean, he just flung out his bat head. And we know he has the power. Came in with 4 homers, and Kai McGarry just kept on chasing it towards the wall, and he ran out of room.
Batting right fielder, number 48, Carter Jeffrey.
Well, that air now comes back to severely haunt the Bucs. Only one of those runs will be charged to Wiegert as earned. Carter Jeffrey comes to the plate. Now a 7-1 lead for the Miners in the bottom of the 7th. Wiegert sets at his chest, turns, and the first pitch. Fastball taken inside. And that ball just would not stop carrying, and there's not much wind here tonight either.
Not at all. And the corners here, 322, so that probably went about 330.
Next pitch, down in the dirt. Yeah, 325, 330, but doesn't matter as long as you get past that mark. Bullpen getting busy for the Bucs here, now trailing by 6. They'll most likely have to win the next 2 games to take home an ABL title here for back-to-back seasons. The Miners trying for their first title since 2018. They've been the dominant team all year long. 1-1. Taken high. 4 ball, 2 balls, and 1 strike on the righty Jeffrey. Doubled back in the 6th, has a single in the 3rd as well. A nice 2-for-4 night for the Iowa product. Wiegert relaxed on the mound with his black cleats. Bucs in their black road uniforms tonight. 2-1. Fastball just a hair outside. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count on Jeffrey. He's had a couple of rare strikeouts tonight. 2 already. He had just 2 in the 7 games prior entering tonight, but ahead in this count, 3-1. Just taken high, a borderline slider misses, and Jeffrey is aboard with a 2-out walk. The 2-out problems continue for the Bucs here tonight. There is 2 quick outs to begin the inning. Ground ball air to shortstop, and since then, the next 3 guys have reached. 7-1. Miners lead here in the bottom of inning number 7. It brings Ridge Erickson to the plate, not the guy you want to see. With a little bit of troubles on the mound. First pitch, inside.
Key Wiegert's gone inside, hanging tight a couple times now. Fans are picking on.
Hasn't hit a batter yet, but it's taken acrobatic moves from Parentoni, Medlock, and Jeffrey to avoid such matter. 1 ball and no strike. Small lead off of first base. Next offering. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Nice pitch from Wiegert to get Erickson swinging. It was an outside slider, and he moves the count to 1 apiece. 7-1, Bucs trail here, game 1 of the championship series. The 1-1. Fastball misses low. Taylor throws to first, not in time. Tried to get Jeffrey off of first base. Doesn't have a huge lead, but he's not the fastest runner. But a good job by the right fielder to chase back to the bag in time.
Yeah, Jeffrey has such a large frame, too, that if he dives, he's practically there if he fully extends.
Player of the year over there in Carter Jeffrey. 2 balls and 1 strike on Erickson, a 7-game hit streak. Next pitch. Breaking ball just misses outside. I apologize, 6-game hit streak. He has not gotten a hit yet tonight. Has reached twice, once via an air, once on a walk, but trying to keep that hit streak going. Erickson with a league-leading 367 batting average today. His teammate Jeffrey right behind him at 361. 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. Way inside at the eyes of Erickson. And that's back-to-back walks here for Cade Wiegert. He looks towards the dugout, almost signaling I want a mound visit, but he doesn't get one. Instead, he's just going to have to keep on laboring. And here comes Izzy Fuentes, the pitching coach for the Bucs. He'll make the long labored walk out to the pitching mound, wearing his short sleeve hoodie for the Bucs. 2 runners aboard here in the 7th, and what's turned into a long inning for Anchorage. Got 2 quick outs, but an air, home run, and back-to-back walks have the Miners threatening to maybe even blow this one out, get a run rule victory.
Yeah, and it kind of, games against the Miners get out of hand fast, and you really have to stay close to the best of your ability. And right now, the Bucs got out to the 1-0 start. It seemed like things were
Leading off the top of the 8th for the Bucs, designated hitter number 10.
Back here at Herman Brothers Field to the 8th inning of action. The Miners now in full control, 7-1 over the Bucs in game number 1 of the Alaska Baseball League Championship Series. Ren Matsuzaki comes to the plate. Left-handed hitter, first pitch, wave and a miss. Change up from Cole Marthel-Johnny in for his 2nd inning of relief. Looked great in the 7th. A pair of strikeouts, worked a 1-2-3 inning. Sets as belt, the 0-1. Fastball swung on and missed, and Matsuzaki quickly down in the count 0-2. The designated hitter out of North Park University, a D3 in Chicago, already 0 for 2 tonight. A pair of strikeouts, trying to avoid another one. The 0-2. Down in the dirt. Marthel-Johnny with the lanky 6'2 frame. He sets and then just whips his arm back before firing home. It's a very quick windup, and it's worked so well against the Bucs batters. The 1-2. Fastball foul back. Matsuzaki stays alive.
a couple of these swings from Matsuzaki. He's actually let go of the bat with his front right arm, and he's followed through with just his back left, which is very awkward.
Has the wide open stance as well. The 1-2. Grounded left side, shortstop Parentoni gloves it. Sidearm throw to first, it's off the mark. Errant throw by Greg Parentoni, first error of the day for the Miners, and Ren Matsuzaki will take that. He's aboard here in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, a rare error from Parentoni. He's 5th on the season. I mean, he won the Gold Glove in the league.
Second
So
baseman number 7.
it was almost a
James
certain, but
Provencio.
a good start to the frame for the Bucs now. See if they can get something going.
It was a ball that could have been played by the third baseman or the shortstop. Parentoni took control. James Provencio now at the plate, first pitch. Fastball at the feet of Provencio for a ball, 1-0 the count. Thanks for joining us. Alex Burstein here with you alongside Milo Hoffman. Game number 1 of the Alaska Baseball League Championship Series. Bucs trailing 7-1. Provencio with no batting gloves in lefty's batter's box. He looks in, next pitch. Hit in the air towards left field. Over to the line, and Bilter watches it go foul. So, brings the count to 1-1 on Provencio. Second baseman had an error earlier today. It was his first error since all the way back in the 2nd week of June. He's been a great defender. 1-1. Provencio nubbles it down the third base line. It goes foul.
If you remember a couple days ago, Provencio had a double over here at Herman Brothers Field out to left. So this would be a time to do that again.
Hasn't been a big extra base guy, but knows how to get on base. Has had some big swings like that this year. He's hit safely in 5 of the last 6 games. Today, 0 for 1 with a walk. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Marthel-Johnny straight up as he sets as belt. Next pitch. Breaking ball goes off the glove of Marthel-Johnny on the bouncer. Third baseman Grout holds the ball, and that's an infield hit from James Provencio. The Bucs have 2 men on here in the 8th. Bounced back to the pitcher's mound. Marthel-Johnny tried to backhand it, and it just ricocheted off of his black glove to the left. Good play by Carson Grout not to throw it and avoid an error.
And that would have been an out if it got by Marthel-Johnny's glove. And the second he touched it, he clapped his glove in frustration, knew he probably shouldn't have touched that. So now, here you go, a little bit of a rally for the Bucs at the top of the lineup.
Marthel-Johnny stands straight. Logan Ewell, top of the lineup, shows bunt. First pitch, pulls away on a ball in the dirt. 1-0 the counts. Looking at the scoreboard, interestingly enough, they did not give Greg Parentoni an error on that throw to first base.
Yeah, think that's a little bit of home cooking there,
Yes.
to say the least.
We have 3 hits for the Bucs. They have 4. Either way, it's a 1-0 count on Logan Ewell. Johnny peeks towards second, the pitch. Down in the dirt. Back-to-back balls that hit near home plate. Ewell will step out of the batter's box, adjust his blue batting gloves. We see Ewell a lot, kind of just readjust all of his equipment mid-at-bat. Now he comes back in, digs his black Nike cleats into the perfect dirt here in Palmer, Alaska, and gets ready for the 2-0 offering. 2 on, no outs. Bucs trail 7-1. Next pitch. Ewell swings, pops it foul to the left side. Bucs with some bullpen action. See if Cade Wiegert has a second inning of relief out of him or not. Cole Marthel-Johnny's just the second pitcher of the day. Michael Malky worked a masterpiece. 6 innings of 1-run ball, but went over 110 pitches. His season ends in the most artistic way possible. An excellent outing from the right-hander. The 2-1. Ewell takes outside.
Well, a betting man would bet that Logan Ewell grounds out to first base here because he's done it 3 times in a row, all 3 of his at-bats today. So if I was Carter Eberhard, I would get ready.
Ewell would love a walk. 3-1 the count on the left-handed hitter, playing over in right field. Next pitch. Fastball ekes outside. He does not get that ground out to first. Instead, Logan Ewell has a 5-pitch walk. As Ridge Erickson jogs out to the mound, they have a word of Cole Marthel-Johnny. For the first time today, the Bucs have more than 2 men on. They have the bases loaded and a chance to score for the first time since all the way back in the 2nd inning. As we're going to see a mound visit here from Steve Hecker, the pitching coach for the Miners. Well, they haven't been doing a ton with the bat, just 1 single this inning, but the Bucs taking advantage. An air that let Ren Matsuzaki reach. Now you have to walk to Logan Ewell, and a couple swings of the bat. This could be a close ball game.
You want to keep the line moving, right?
Yep.
So you don't want to run into a double play right now. That would be an inning killer and a rally killer. So if anything, you want to bring home a run via a sac fly to keep the line moving, get the runners moving up 90 feet. So keep putting good at-bats together. This is the part of the lineup you want to have up.
Sac fly, base hit, anything would be a blessing for the Bucs, who have now gone nearly 5 innings without a base hit. Top of the 8th here from Herman Brothers Field. It's a 7-1 lead for the Matsu Miners over the Bucs in Game 1 of the championship set. Grant Haas comes to the plate. He's struck out 3 times today. The righty waves his bat below his knees, now readies for the first offering. Marthel-Johnny digs into the pitching rubber. First pitch. Breaking ball called strike on the inner third. Just twirled into the inside corner, and it's an 0-1 count. Logan Ewell at first base. James Provencio off a second. Ren Matsuzaki 90 feet from home. He's at third base. No balls and 1 strike. Haas looks ready. Here's the next pitch. Breaking ball fouled back to the right side. And Marthel-Johnny quickly works his way to an 0-2 count. The Sam Houston State product in his 2nd inning of relief worked 1-2-3 7th. Now has ran into some trouble. Bases loaded, no outs here in the top of the 8th. Bucs need a run to get back in this one. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Good job by Ridge Erickson, who scooted all the way in front of the other batter's box to avoid a wild pitch. And a good eye by Haas as well. You could see him thinking about it, but held off of the breaking ball.
Yeah, it's so nice that the Miners have Erickson back there to stop anything that perhaps will get by.
Top prospect in the Alaska Baseball League named yesterday. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Haas. Next offering. Breaking ball grounded up the middle. Second baseman touches second, throws to first in time. A 4-3 double play turned by Elliot Medlock. Crafty there. 1 run comes across the score. Ren Matsuzaki. It's 7-2 now, Bucs trail, but 2 away. And a chance to have a big inning kind of escaping the Bucs here.
A double play is definitely a rally killer. So now Underhill could somehow bring home this run at third base. That would salvage the inning just a bit.
And in Underhill at the plate, runner at third. First pitch, Underhill watches a fastball outside. That's James Provencio over at third. Both Logan Ewell and Grant Haas were out on the previous double play. 7-2 Bucs trail here in the 8th. Here's the 1-0. Fastball misses high and wide. Game number 1 of the Alaska Baseball League Championship Series. Bucs trying to win back-to-back titles for the first time since the early 1990s. Here's the 2-0. Underhill takes low and outside. Bucs won 5 straight titles between 1989 and 1993. Have not been able to repeat that success since the early 90s. We'll have to do it in comeback fashion here tonight and tomorrow. 3-0. Pitch low. Fastball can't clip the outside corner, and Landon Underhill is aboard with a walk. So 2 runners both at the corners here for the Bucs and the top of the 8th. You do have 2 away, but the offense has looked better this inning and more patience.
Yeah, and the Bucs offense definitely starting to get a little bit desperate.
Now batting the
They want to get on base. They want
#1,
to try to make things
Luke
happen.
Taylor.
As Tyler LeBrun, the head coach for the Miners, comes out of the dugout, that could be it for Marthel Johnny.
Yeah, brisk pace over to talk with his right-handed reliever. Someone's coming in from the bullpen. So that'll be the day for Cole Marthel Johnny. The right-hander goes 1 2/3 innings, has 1 run marked to his name. We'll take a break and have more on the next pitcher for the Miners in just a second. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Herman Brothers Field, 7-2 Bucs trail, but they have runners at the corners with 2 away. New pitcher into the game for the Miners here in the top of the 8th. It's Cade Arn who comes in to relieve Cole Marthel Johnny. First pitch, breaking ball, called for a strike to Luke Taylor. Music started the play, and Luke Taylor looked back towards the press box. They are going to count the strike, but Taylor just a little bit distracted on that first pitch. James Travencio over at third base, Landon Underhill at first. Here's the 0-1. Underhill takes a slider to the inside part of the plate and quickly down in the count 0-2. Taylor 0 for 3 today. He's struck out every time. 1 looking, a pair swinging. Bucs have 1 run across the plate this inning, but still trail by 5 here in game 1 of the championship set. The 0-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed down in the dirt. Cade Arn comes in, and cleans up the mess. One batter face, one strikeout. He gets out of it, and that brings the top of the 8th to a close. 1 run for the Bucs off of 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners stranded. They still trail 7-2 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball.
Off the bottom of the 8th for your Matsu Miners.
Back here at Herman Brothers Field, bottom of the 8th inning, game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Best of 3 between the Bucs and the Miners. Matsu in dominant fashion up 7-2 here on their home turf. John Witt, the workhorse reliever, in for his 14th appearance of the season. He starts things off against the 5-hitter James McGee. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch. Way over the head of McGee. A breaking ball that just slipped out of the hands of John Witt, and McGee will go ahead in the count 1-0.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a minute, to get used to the flow of the game, and John Witt there showing just a bit.
Looks in with his red glove. Now will turn, set as chest, the 1-0. Fastball just misses the top outside corner. Well, if this is your first time listening to one of our broadcasts, John Witt is most infamously known for losing his hat on almost every single pitch that he throws, even on a night like tonight where there is no wind at all. The 2-0. Fastball down and outside. It's 3 balls and no strikes here on McGee.
It's gotten to the point where we don't even say it anymore.
It's almost like he shouldn't wear a hat.
Right, but he has to because it's part of the uniform. But yes, if there was an option, I'd say he probably should go with the non-hat option.
3-0. Fastball high. That's a 4-pitch walk to James McGee to start off the bottom of the 8th. Not the worst choice for a guy who's already hit a 3-run homer tonight and is 2 for 3 with a trio of RBIs. But either way, there's a runner aboard to start off the inning.
Yeah,
somehow that's just the second time today the leadoff man's been aboard for the Miners.
Because their 2-out rallies have been killers.
Lethal. Yep. Carter Eberhard at the plate, first baseman in the lefty's batter's box. First pitch. Fastball finally finds the zone. And it's a 0-1 count. Home plate umpire Ethan McCraney always signals with his voice before he does with his hands. You can hear the strike call, and then a second later you see his hand pop out.
I just heard someone say, tighten that ball cap.
Witt readies, and the 0-1. Fastball bounce foul to the right side. I don't know. Are the Bucs hats the adjustable ones, or are they the new
fitted
style of hat? Yeah, the fitted ones.
You always have fitted for a baseball team.
I like the snapbacks better. Some days you want it
Snapback's
tight,
looking casual.
sometimes you want it loose.
When do you ever want it tight?
I don't know if it's a windy day, if you don't want your hat blowing all over.
Do you want a headache?
The 0-2. Witt fires a fastball high and outside. Taylor thought about throwing down the first base, but McGee will trot back to the bag without a throw. Not overly tight, but
Right,
sometimes you just want a snug fit on your head, like a
Okay.
beanie in the winter. Similar feeling with your
Okay,
baseball cap. Either way, Witt might need a size a little bit smaller.
Just a guess.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Carter Eberhard. Witt nods his head, the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on, and just a piece of it hits the bat of Eberhard before going to the backstop. He's lucky he got a piece, or the Bucs are lucky he got a piece on that, because if he hadn't, that pitch would have gone all the way back and a runner into second base for McGee. Instead, the designated hitter is still at first base. Witt from the stretch, the 1-2. Fastball battled in the air left side. McGarry watches it foul. And it bounces off near the bullpen of the Bucs. Looks like Nate Muncy will jog over and pick it up.
That looks like Colin Linder.
Ah, Linder.
Yeah.
Bullpen all seated for Anchorage. They trail 7-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. They'll need a rally in the top of the 9th. Here's the 1-2. Fastball high and wide, and it's a 2-2 count now on Eberhard. Hasn't recorded a hit in 2 games. He's 0 for 3 with a walk to start off his night. Love a hit here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McGee off of first base. And the pitch. Breaking ball clubbed in the air towards left center field. On the run, making the grab, Joey Narrett, who chucks it back towards second base. The center fielder turned on the afterburners there and was able to make the late grab above his head.
Yeah, he was a full sprint up until about 10 feet in front of the wall out there.
Now batting third
He has a lot of
baseman,
speed,
number
so
16,
Joey Narrett can track it in center.
Carson Grout.
Oh, a big first out here as Witt can breathe a sigh of relief on the mound. Now a double play gets you out of the inning. Carson Grout at home plate, lefty batter. First pitch, he shows bunt. Grout lays it down the third base line. Witt jumps off, grabs it barehanded, and doesn't have a throw. Perfectly placed bunt by Carson Grout, and there's 2 on. It went about 10 feet to the left of home plate. A little too shallow for the third baseman Haas to get it. A little too close to the line for Witt to get it quickly. And now Luke Taylor will talk things over with John Witt, as a couple of base runners here for the Miners, already up 7-2 here in the 8th. An infield hit for the Miners, their 9th of the day. Now Lincoln Stevenson will try to make it 10. The center fielder waving his gray bat in the righty's batter's box. Leads off of first and second base. Witt sets in front of his chest from the stretch. First pitch. Fastball goes low. Stevenson's bat, the way it's colored, it almost looks like it's a metal bat.
Yeah. You can tell off the sound, though.
Yeah.
It's wood.
It's wood. All wood bat league here, as most of the collegiate summer leagues are here across the United States. Championship series here in the ABL. The 1-0. Breaking ball finds the outside part of the zone. 1-1 the count. 8:35 local time here in Palmer, Alaska. Shady field. It's been off and on with full sun and full shade tonight because it's mostly a sunny sky with clouds that just keep going in front of the sun. Witt looks towards second base, the 1-1. Fastball hit foul to the right side. Couple fans chase after that one. A nice crowd on hand, around, I'd say, 1,500 fans tonight. It's a capacity of 1,700. Not quite a capacity crowd, but pretty close to it, as it's been all season long here at the Matsu Miners ballpark. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Stevenson. Next pitch. Fastball down in the dirt. Taylor stays in front of it. And Stevenson works his way to a 2-2. 1 away over at second base, James McGee. Carson Grout at first. He reached with a bunt last at bat. Greg Parentoni, the 9-hitter on deck, I should say. Elliot Medlock in the hole. As Witt looks towards home plate. Now turns. And the 2-2. Breaking ball poked foul to the right side. Infield and outfield played straight up here at Herman Brothers Field. First and third baseman playing about halfway between the infield and outfield grass. Similar for the second baseman and shortstop who are at double play def. 2-2. Line towards center field. Narrett comes in, makes a grab on the line drive. And there's 2 away. So, a hard hit fastball that went just soaring towards center field, but nice job by Narrett. Got a good hop on it, and there's 2 away.
Number 17,
Yeah, Joe Narrett's been tested in the frame. Made a running grab the opposite direction towards the ball, and now he came on and made a nice play.
So, 2 on with 2 away for Greg Parentoni, the 9-hitter. Most impressive 9-hitter in the league because he can do just about everything on the field. Witt looks in, first pitch. Breaking ball curls in for a strike just to the outside part of the zone, and it's an 0-1 count. Witt, a commit to play at Arkansas Tech in the fall. Just wrapped up 2 years at Paradise Valley Community College, where he was a go-to starter. The 0-1. Breaking ball loops high. 1-1 the count. We talked to him earlier this season. We said, do you see yourself as a reliever? He said, honestly, I did a lot of starting work, but I just like to pitch wherever. He's a guy who just loves the game of baseball. His philosophy is just throw the baseball hard, throw it into the zone. And that's worked so far. A sub-2 ERA. The 1-1. Fastball popped back. Trying to work a scoreless bottom of the 8th inning. Runners at first and second base, 2 away. It's a 7-2 ball game here in Palmer, Alaska. Miners in control of game 1 of the championship set. Miners took 7 of the 9 regular season contests, 2 exhibition games as well. The 1-2. Fastball just fouled back. Parentoni is able to get the tip of his bat on it. And it keeps the count at 1-2.
Oh, so John Witt's on right now, and his pitch count's getting up there just a bit, nearing 20. You'd figure he's be available tomorrow as well in game number 2, but if this goes on for too long, it could be different.
You really want to get out of this inning at this at-bat. The 1-2. Bounces in the dirt past Luke Taylor. Runners advance the bag. Wild pitch from John Witt, his first of the night, and the first of the night for either team. And just like that, there's runners at second and third. McGee gets to third on the pitch. Route over the second base. And it's a 2-2 count on Greg Parentoni. Runners will take their leads. Witt looks towards home plate, gets a sign from Taylor he likes, and the 2-2. Fastball hit in the air towards center field. Narrett comes in, lets it drop. 1 run in the score already around third. Grout, and that's a 2 RBI single for Greg Parentoni to lead up to 9-2 for the Miners. A fly ball that blooped midway into center field. No chance at it for the second baseman Provencio or the center fielder Narrett. And the bats just keep on going. 10th hit of the day for the Miners. They now lead back by 7.
I believe that was a broken bat off Parentoni. Just nubbed it into center field, and there was no chance at Narrett catching this one. He's shown off his speed so far in the frame, but couldn't go to the test there.
Now it's top of the order. Elliot Medlock, first pitch. Fastball fouled into the glove of Taylor. 0-1 the count. Now Witt up to 23 pitches and getting into territory that he will not be available tomorrow. Bucs have a couple of very solid pitchers who will be available. RJ Rue expected to be the starter for game number 2. You still have a pair of ASU arms in Eli Buxton and Colin Linder. 0-1. Check swing, and it just goes foul. 0-2 the count. So you have some important arms for tomorrow available, and what's going to be a must-win, it looks like, for the Bucs, trailing 9-2 here in the bottom of inning number 8. Obviously bars a huge comeback in the top of inning number 9. No balls and 2 strikes. Witt readies, and the next pitch. Fastball chased high, Medlock down on strikes, and Witt gets out of the inning, but not before another 2 runs come across the plate for the Mat-Su Miners. 2 runs off of a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 runner stranded. It's a 9-2 Miners lead as we go to the top of the 9th. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs baseball. We play to the top of the 9th here at Herman Brothers Field. Bucs trails 9-2 to the Mat-Su Miners here in game number 1 of the Alaska Baseball League Championship Series. Final licks for the Bucs here in this opening game. They need 7 runs to extend it. A Bucs team that has really struggled offensively over the last couple of weeks. Had some momentum, scored 6 against the Chinooks in the regular season finale, but Bucs have come up flat tonight. First pitch from Cade Arn. Fastball taken inside by Joey Narrett. 1-0 the count on the center fielder, who's had a busy day out there in the outfield. He's been running all around. It's a single at the plate as well. 1 for 3 day for the Iowa commit. Arn turns the 1-0. Fastball battled back. And it's a 2-0, 1-1 count on Narrett.
You know, this is an inning that the Bucs can, choose to look at quietly, and they're down 9-2, but also you play the same team tomorrow, so try to put together quality at bats and get some confidence going into game 2.
I want to show at least a little dog in the fight. Here's the 1-1. Arn misses inside on a heater, and it's a 2-1 count now on Narrett. It's been the hot bat for the Bucs. 10 hits now over 6+ games played. The 2-1. Narrett swings, grounds it towards short. Parentoni gloves it on the ground, throws to first in time. Routine for the shortstop. Ball bounced off the grass, but then died out on the dirt. Rarely it does that, but that time it did, and Parentoni gets the easy 6-3.
Yeah, because Narrett was running so hard down the line, Parentoni pretty much gloved and fired in the same motion. And, he does that pretty much better than anyone in the league.
Gold Glove player in the ABL. Sean Toger at the plate. First pitch. Watches a fastball to the outside part of the zone. 0-1 the count. Fans getting a little more involved here. They know their team needs just 2 more outs here tonight. The 0-1. Breaking ball just misses outside. Arn tried the slider, could not squeak it in. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Toger.
Doesn't it feel like so long ago when Toger went deep?
Yeah, all the way back in the 2nd inning. The 1-1. Toger pops it up foul. Now the play behind us. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the first baseman for the Bucs. Had that solo shot back in the 2nd inning. Bucs didn't score again until the 8th when Ren Matsuzaki came around to score on a double play. The 1-2. Misses low and inside. 9-2, Bucs trail top of the 9th inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Miners all set to go up 1-0 in this best-of-3 championship series. Rock in the 2-2. Hits high in the air towards left field. Bilter gets under it, and the left fielder grabs it out of his waist for out number 2. Loud contact today from Toger. He has the home run, but that one a little too far under it. Sends it opposite field, and that will be made every day by the left fielder, Bilter. So, Bucs down to their final out here in game 1 of the championship set. It's Kai McGarry, the left fielder, 0 for 3 today, a pair of strikeouts and a pop out to third. Arm looks at home plate, now sets a rock and the pitch. Fastball outside. Arn not eligible for the save. The pitcher of record, Michael Malky, who pitched the gem. Here's the 1 out. Breaking ball lined, and that's down for a base hit into left field. Kai McGarry gets the Bucs' 5th hit of the day. He's aboard safely. And a little bit of offense for the Bucs here in the 9th as Ren Matsuzaki comes to the plate.
Well, that's big, right? Because now Kai McGarry is going to go in tomorrow. His last at-bat was a single. So it's a whole lot different than going in carrying the 0 for 3 day that he had leading up to that at-bat.
Pickoff attempt to first, almost got McGarry. A nifty move from Cade Arn, almost got the speedster who's 2nd in the league in stolen bases. Be interesting to see if they try to get him over the 2nd here, with 2 away. First pitch, Matsuzaki takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. McGarry with 13 stolen bags on the year, 7 behind the league leader, Isaiah Peridot, the center fielder for the Chinooks. 1-0. Matsuzaki watches outside.
I would probably halt on taking the bag with McGarry because you're down 9-2. Also, you want to get Matsuzaki a certified at-bat.
That's true. Reached on air in the 8th. Next pitch. Matsuzaki lines it right side past the glove of the second baseman Medlock. A diving effort by Medlock. He could not come up with it. And there's runners at first and second base with 2 away here. This is the best hitting we've seen all day from the Bucs.
Yeah, the offense has definitely looked better as of late. You know, they scored 1 in the 8th, now 1st and 2nd with 2 gone in the 9th. You're down 9-2. I mean, you just got to keep treating it like 1 at-bat at a time. See how the inning takes you.
Brings James Travencio to the plate. Arn stands on the far left side of the pitching rubber. Ball behind his bat. Now back he comes set. And first pitch. Fastball outside. Throw down the second base. Tag applied, not in time. Erickson tried to pick off McGarry over there at second. A nifty move, but the speedster gets back to the bag in time. It's McGarry at second base, Matsuzaki at first. Bucs got 2 quick outs here in the top of the 9th, but have got back-to-back line drive singles to keep the game going. Next pitch. Breaking ball called for a strike in the middle of the zone. 1-1 now. Anchorage trails 9-2, top of the 9th inning here in Palmer, Alaska. Still sunny skies, but shade all across the field. Grass and dirt diamonds. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball twirls outside. And it's a 2-1 count. Logan Ewell on deck. The Bucs have not gone to their bench for any batters today. It's been the same 9 guys who have strung together 6 hits tonight. 2-1. Fouled sharply off to the left side. Bucs, who have 6 hits tonight, only been able to scratch 2 runs across the plate from it. Leads at first and second. 2-2 away. The pitch. Fastball battled back. Provencio got above it and bounced it behind him to keep the count at 2-2.
A real late hack from Provencio.
He'll take a lap outside the lefty's batter's box, adjust his pants, roll them up a little bit, showing off some black socks. And now he gets ready for another 2-2 offering from Arn. The righty sets at his chest, the pitch. Fastball fouled off to the left side. A little kid gets a souvenir here, and James Travencio gets another pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Kai McGarry at second base, Ren Matsuzaki at first. Bucs trail 9-2 here. Game 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Arn relaxed on the mound. Here's the 2-2. Fouled off again to the left side.
You can tell the fans here are starting to get a little annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, they had 2 quick outs. Thought it was going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Kai McGarry laced one to left field. Then the next batter, Ren Matsuzaki, lined one to right field. And now James Cervencio battling here at the plate, trying to keep the game going for the Bucs. Another 2-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball hit towards left center field. Bilter on the run, makes the grab in left field for out number 3. And the Miners storm out to a Game 1 victory, 9-2 over the Bucs. They have a chance to clinch their first title since 2018 tomorrow night here at Herman Brothers Field.
You know, a game that the Bucs looked like they were going to be confident in to start. Sean Toger hit a homer, but that was all quickly zapped away when the Miners showcased why they were the best team in the ABL throughout the entirety of the season. But the good thing for the Bucs is that you sleep and you come right back here, try to pick up a Game 2 victory to keep the season alive.
Game is at Palmer, but it will be a home game for the Bucs as they will be hitting second. We'll get your game totals in just a second. Spoiler, it was the Michael Malky game. Another excellent performance for the starter for the Miners. We'll be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. This is Anchorage Bucs Baseball. Back here at Herman Brothers Field, Bucs fall 9-2 in game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. Time for your totals, beginning with the Bucs offense here tonight. A pretty desolate night for Anchorage. They finished with 6 hits with just 2 runs to show for it. Logan Ewell in the leadoff spot went 1 for 4, a single in the 8th. Grant Haas, a rough 0 for 4 night, including a double play in the 8th. Landon Underhill, he was okay, 0 for 2, but got a pair of walks to get a little bit of offense for the Bucs going. Luke Taylor struggled 0 for 4 with 4 Ks for the catcher. Joey Narrett goes 1 for 4, singled back in the 4th inning. The lone big hit on the night for the Bucs, Sean Toger, an RBI and a home run in the 2nd. Just lifted one to right field, got out in a hurry. Kai McGarry 1 for 4 with a single in the 9th. Ren Matsuzaki scored in the 7th after reaching on an air. He finished 1 for 4 with a single in inning number 9. And James Cervencio, the number 9 hitter, goes 1 for 3, a single and a walk. But overall, just not a lot of offense tonight for the Bucs.
Yeah, and you got off to a homer with Sean Toger. You thought the offense was going to be going well, but even that, a solo home run out to right field. You want to try to hit these big-time bashes with players on base. That's something the Miners do so well, almost better than anyone. So, the Bucs will come back tomorrow and try to bounce back and have a good game against the Miners, keep their season going. But the offense was shut down tonight. Good thing for them, they don't have to go against Michael Malky.
On the mound tonight for the Bucs, Cade Finazzo picks up the loss. He falls to 2-1 on the season, 2 2/3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned, 3 walks, and a pair of strikeouts. Trace Hartman goes 3 in the third innings of relief, gives up 1 run not earned, 3 hits, and 2 strikeouts for the righty. Cade Wiegert with 1 inning of relief gave up a hit, pair of runs, 1 of which were earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. And John Witt in the 8th gave up a pair of runs off of an RBI single from Greg Parentoni. He ends his day with 2 runs earned, including 2 hits and 1 walk. Moving things over to the Miners, who had a much more successful day offensively. 10 hits, and it all started in the top of the order. Elliot Medlock had just 1 hit, but it was a big one. A 2 RBI homer in the 7th. Pop-up that just kept on carrying out to left field and got 2 runs that really cemented this win for the Miners. Carter Geffrey goes 2 for 4 tonight, a single, a double, and a walk. The 3-hitter, Ridge Erickson, after getting top prospect yesterday, doesn't record a hit, but gets a pair of walks and reaches on an air. 0 for 3 night for the catcher. In the cleanup spot, Evan Bilter went 2 for 5 with a pair of singles. James McGee, what a day he had. 3 runs, a 3 RBI homer in the 3rd, a single, and a walk. He ends up the day going 2 for 3. An excellent night for McGee. Carter Eberhard, he got on a couple of times, walk in the 2nd, reached on air in the 3rd, but goes 0 for 4 tonight. Carson Grout had a nice 2 for 5 evening, a pair of singles, including a run in the 8th. Lincoln Stevenson goes a quiet 0 for 5, reached on fielder's choice in the 2nd. And Greg Parentoni, he just finds ways to get on. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd, walk in the 3rd, reached on air in the 7th, and then put it all together. Nice bow on the top with a 2 RBI single in the 8th. Everyone hit for the Miners tonight.
Yeah, and that's what they've been doing all season long. You go to the bottom of their lineup, guys are hitting 300, 290. I mean, it just doesn't let up for Matsu, and that's why they've been so successful all year long. It's because they're so deep, and you just can't let up if you're a starter, if you're coming out of the bullpen. Everyone's going to be so tough to face, and it just drains you. It just keeps on coming. It's so tough to face the Miners because they are just so deep. It's unbelievable.
And we saved the best for last. The pitching tonight for the Miners just shut out, and it all started with Michael Malky. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was that home run by Sean Toger, 2 walks, and 13 Ks. He was untouchable.
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly what you expect, because you go out there, first team all ABL. You're playing against someone who also went to your college, Cal Baptist University. The juices are flowing, everything lined up, and your best player showed up, and he played one of his best games of the season, and that says something because he's been excellent all year long.
And then the relief pitchers did their job. Cole Marthel-Johnny and Kadarn come in for 3 combined innings of relief. Marthel-Johnny, 2 hits in 1 2/3 innings of action, gives up 1 run, 1 walk, and 2 Ks. Kadarn with 1 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, and 1 strikeout. The Miners storm out to a Game 1 victory, and will have a chance to clinch it tomorrow night, Game 2 at 6 p.m. here in Palmer, Alaska. Our pregame coverage gets going at 5:45. Bucs are the home team in that contest, and it's a must-win for Anchorage.
I mean, literally, it is a must-win, the first actual must-win of the season for the Bucs. So excited to see how they come out with their backs against the wall. If you lose, the season's over. If you win, you force a Game 3 right back here at Herman Brothers Field on Wednesday. So head coach Joe Silva is going to have to get together with his coaches, put out a lineup that makes sense for tomorrow's game. We still aren't 100% sure who the starter is going to be. So make sure you come out, you forget about today, and you move on.
Final game time tonight, 2 hours and 48 minutes in front of mostly sunny skies and almost 1,500 fans in Palmer, Alaska. Your final score from Herman Brothers Field for game number 1 of the ABL Championship Series. It's the Bucs 2, the Miners 9. Game number 2 coming up tomorrow night, but that's all the time we have now. For Milo Hoffman, my name's Alex Burstein, saying so long and good night.